All right, this is Waynesville Camdenton football. The date is the 24th of August.
Welcome to Waynesville Tiger football.
All right, you hear us? Did it sound okay? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I will turn up. I've just turned up my volume. Oh God, there's my problem. Let me turn up the gain. Here's what last week, Terry, my wife said that whatever level we had, it actually had to turn down the other radio stations to keep us. So we need to jack our volume up a little bit. Okay, from where we are there at the studio. Let me try both headsets, mine and Shane's, and I'm going to do the opening again, okay? All right, here we go. All right, August 24th, I'm Marv.
I'm Shane.
Here we go.
Welcome to Waynesville Tiger football.
What do we sound like? Okay, let me try. All right, let me jack up my gain again real quick. Okay, hold on a sec. All right. Oh my God! Now that hurts my ears. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shane, give me a little check here.
Check, baby. Check, baby.
Welcome to Waynesville Tiger football.
All right.
Yeah, Matt's getting me one. I'm good. Thank you.
All right, how'd that sound? All right, spot on. Very good. All right, I'm going to turn down my headset.
Yeah, right here. Coach Mack, what's up?
Okay. Did you hear anything? Oh, I don't know. All right, very good. That means mics are still live. Let me turn them back.
Welcome to Waynesville Tiger Football. It is Friday night under the lights. The Waynesville Tigers on the gridiron. Our game being brought to you by Air Serve Heating and Air, Arby's of St. Robert, B&B Theater in Waynesville, TC Towing of Waynesville, Balfour Beatty Communities of Fort Wood, Columbia College, King Auto Glass of St. Robert and Rolla, Lindsay Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep of St. Robert, and Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville, Park University of Fort Wood, Mailboxing of St. Robert, the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, the Sellers Sexton Auto Group, Shelter Insurance Agents, Mike Anthony in Waynesville, Dave Holland in Richland, VFW Post 3168, Team Ellis at Remax Professional Realty, the Bank of Crocker, Clayton Homes of Lebanon, Lynch's Furniture of St. Robert, the Marys County Bank, St. Robert Auto Supply, and the Waynesville Medical Plaza. The kickoff around the corner under the Friday night lights.
Well, good evening. It is Friday night. It is football. It's 2018. It is the home opener and the first game for the new coach of the Waynesville Football Tigers, Joe Haynes, as he will begin his tenure here in Tiger Town. I'm Marv Luton, my partner Shane McPherson. Glad to have you with us again this week, Shane, and hopefully, knock on wood, all year long.
Yeah, we're just hoping that we get off to a good start here. We're going to see a new Camden bunch, and the Tigers are a new and improved bunch from last year for sure. We saw that last week in the Jamboree. Had 5 or 6 guys to the football and the defense, and the offense looked pretty crisp. You know, we had a few glitches, but you can expect that on the Jamboree, and we're hoping for a really good ball game tonight. Got a great crowd going. The sun came out. It's pretty humid, but at least we don't have any more rain.
But we do have a little breeze out there, which makes it comfortable, and especially for the hometown fans on the side of the field where the sun is beating down on them. On the other side of the field where the visitors are, they're in the shade.
Yeah, and, you know, we
Who
talked about
thought about this?
I don't know, but, you know, we talked about that just a few minutes ago, and at this time of the year, you know, always the first 4 weeks of the season, it seems like we always get the hot side and they get the cool side, but around September it always evens out, so I think it'll be all right.
And we also have the big side. But, you know, the Camden Lakers, they have a very good fan base. We are trying to build our fan base up after 2 years of going winless.
Well, you know, the feeling around the school was a very energetic type of feeling. You know, a lot of the kids that I have in class were very energetic. We're going to get our first win here in a couple of years, and everybody was very excited. We had a pep rally today, and everybody was very excited. The coaches really up. The kids were really up and focused, not cocky, but confident. And I think that makes a major difference. And I think the atmosphere around here is totally different than it has been in the last 2 years.
Well, one thing about this team, we have depth.
Yes.
And we have speed.
Right.
We don't have any size, again.
No, we don't have any size, but we do have some depth, and we do always, you know, we've always had speed, Marv. But, you know, I think that the main thing is going to be, like what I talked to a couple coaches about today, was execution. You know, as long as we can execute and keep them off the field, Camden's doing something different that they never have done, according to what we hear. You and I aren't necessarily buying it yet, but according to what we hear, they're with a totally open format and going to do a spread type of hurry-up offense and try to get 90 plays on the field per game. For us, that means that we probably have to slow the ball down and take the air out of it. And, boy, do we have a back that can do that in Sheen Butler-Lawson.
We have a good back, and we are going to run something that not many football defenses see anymore, and that's the power I with an actual fullback. And I'm wondering how another team is going to respond to that.
Well, you know, they're going to have to put more in the box right off the bat. You know, that box being inside the tackle-to-tackle box, and they're going to have to put more in the box. And I think that, you know, Camden will respond because they always have been, but it just comes down to mano-a-mano. And if we can get, like we've already said, you know, Lawson's kind of a seeker. You know, he's going to see it, but if he sees that opening, he's going to make a break, you know, like he did last week, you know, where he just kind of felt his way and then 29 yards, bang, he's gone. And I think that's going to be a major difference tonight.
And that's one thing we didn't get a chance to see a lot of last week because Coach Haynes only used his starters for about maybe 4 or 5 plays.
I think so, yeah.
Pulled them out of the game, and they were itching to get back in because these kids they're hungry. I really believe this, like you said earlier, they're hungry for a win. They want to come out. They want to show these fans that they're ready to rock and roll.
Right, and I think they're really going with Coach Haynes and what he's doing and what he's going about and the way he's going about it, and I think that's going to make a major difference because he doesn't act like, he acts like he's one of them instead of, I'm here and you're there, and that makes a major difference to the kids because he really wants to be a part of this program, and I think that's going to make a major difference in Waynesville this year.
Our pregame show is being brought to you by TC Towing, Arby's of St. Robert, and Air Serve Heating and Air. We'll be right back.
Batteries and sluggish engines make for tough travel. That's when TC Towing in Waynesville comes calling. They offer towing for about any vehicle on the road, but you may not know they also offer minor automotive repairs with certified technicians trained on today's cars, trucks, and SUVs. Towing and transport service from one side of town to the other or out of state. Whatever the customer needs, and they accept all major credit cards. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Towing, transport, and a garage for repair service. Call TC Towing on Historic Route 66 in Waynesville at 528-0796. A small-town business helping out in a big-time way.
And we also want to welcome these fine sponsors from up at the lake area. Camdenton Recycling, Alamo Arms of Montreal, Precision Auto and Tire of Osage Beach, Fire Station Grill of Camdenton, Econolift Boat Hoist of Camdenton, along with Clark Tire. They have 10 locations in central and northern Missouri. Bark Street Grooming of Osage Beach and Meeks Builder Supply of St. Robert. Opening day here in Tiger Stadium with the Waynesville Tigers and the Camdenton Lakers. And I told Coach Haynes, I said, it's kind of like baptism by fire, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, who makes the schedule? The Ozark Conference makes the schedule, and this year we get the Camdenton Lakers on the first game.
Yeah, we usually used to see them week 9 or 10, that we were always about that, but now we're seeing them week 1 and then Kickapoo week 2 and then Lebanon week 3, and then, Lebanon and Kickapoo open up tonight, and that's going to be a tough game either way. That could go either way, and then Glendale, which I was kind of surprised, the Ozark Sports Zone called Rolla 6-0 over Glendale tonight. Now I thought that was a big upset, but I don't know. You just can't ever tell. But Rolla, from what I heard from some of the coaches, really tore it up this summer in 7-on-7. So they may be a little bit better than we may have thought.
They called the score 6-0.
Yeah, well, no, they called the score 6 picks to nothing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that I can't believe. Well, we saw Rolla last week. Yeah. And they were kind of impressive. We are about to hear the national anthem from the Waynesville Tiger Marching Band. They are on the field. We'll take another break, and we'll be right back.
When you're feeling hungry, you don't want to mess around with a quarter-pound meat sandwich. Instead, eat one of Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. 8 ounces of thinly sliced, tender roast beef. And if you really want a quarter pound of beef, that's cool. Just eat half of a half-pound roast beef sandwich. Introducing Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. Arby's, we have the meat.
Quality and honesty are 2 values customers want and businesses must have. AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning of Waynesville has those values and offers much more. Locally owned and operated, they're your neighbors with finance options and free estimates so you'll know the cost before they start. AirServe is your comfort company, servicing all brands so you're ready for the season. Call 774-7805. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Whether you're remodeling or building a home, visit Meeks Builder's Choice in St. Robert. Meeks Building Choice knows the building business and will supply you with a quality lumber selection, special contractor services, custom wood products, and a huge remodeling section at everyday low prices. At Meeks Builder's Choice, there's no job too small or too big. Stop in and see the professionals at Meeks Builder's Choice today. Meeks Builder's Choice, located at 103 McKinnon Street in St. Robert.
King Auto Glass, certified pros working hard for you. We'll fix it right, we'll come to you free, and we'll give you a lifetime guarantee. We've been around for 3 generations, doing our best work every day. Auto Glass, is our only business. Not a sideline. King Auto Glass.
Park University offers associate and bachelor degree programs at their Fort Wood Campus Center. Additional degree programs are available entirely online. Courses can be completed in 8-week sessions rather than the traditional 16-week semester. Sessions start 5 times a year, giving you multiple entry points. Park also offers additional graduate and certificate programs online. Military and civilians are welcome. Application fees are waived for military personnel. Park accepts VA benefits, tuition assistance, financial aid, and payment plans are available. Park University, a regionally accredited non-profit university. Save time, save money, accelerate your education. 329-2798 or go online, park.edu/go, Leonard Wood.
We are back here, Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson as we get ready, as we take you toward the top of the hour, a 7 o'clock kickoff. Around the corner, the Waynesville Tigers starting lineup. Let's go over that, Coach. Aaron Emperado is going to get the started quarterback for the Waynesville Tigers. He has won the job over Mike Lewis, who we saw up at the Jamboree. I liked what I saw out of Lewis, but again, just a sophomore, little gunslinger, left-hander with a lot of speed.
Right, yeah, and Emperado has proven himself for the last couple of years. He did a really good job on JV, and he deserves that shot, you know, and it was a battle, you know. You and I both talked to the coaches, and they said it was a major battle through the whole thing, but Emperado is going to get the start, and then, of course, we have one of the premier backs, I think, in the Ozark Conference with Sheen Butler-Lawson, and then we have Deron Anderson and Deontay Garland, who are both playing like a fullback type of area, which is, you know, something we haven't seen in the last few years with this new spread type of offense. But like you said earlier, you know, I think that Joe's going to go with a lot of old school type of stuff, and maybe the old school's coming back, Mark.
Well, we can only hope. We can only hope for a W here tonight. Tight end Jacob York, hopefully, will use the tight end this year, and I think Emperado is tall enough to see over the line. And, I mean, how many times did we see last year where that middle was so wide open, and we never used the tight end? And we had Gatzmeyer here last year, who was 6'4", who played tight end. And where's he at now? He's up in Missouri S&T. What's he doing? Playing tight end.
Yes, he certainly is, and he always had great hands because he was such a fine catcher for baseball. And we always knew he had great hands, and I guess S&T is really utilizing that year. And they, from what I hear from Coach Rick Vernon, who's doing a lot of work up there now, he says they might use him quite a bit. So we'll hopefully get the tight end and play tonight.
Jalen Andrews, Sergio Carrillo, along with Michael Cassidy and Cameron Cavalier are going to be some of the wideouts we'll be talking about tonight. The offensive line, we're not real big on the offensive line, but I took a look at Camdenton's offensive line, and we match up pretty well. We've got Dalton Cleaver. He is a 230-pound senior. Our Olivier Bazinet, a 220-pound sophomore. Tim Breck, who's the center, he's 270. He is a senior. Maximo Reyes, a 250-pound senior. And Tyreek McCummins, a 240-pounder. That's not a bad offensive line.
No, it's not. And one thing that we are doing this year that we've never done in the past is we are strictly two platoon, and we have 11 starters on offense and 11 starters on defense, and they're all different. And that's something different for us. We always usually had a couple guys going both ways, but for now, we're going to see how this works. And, you know, maybe Coach Haynes will change as he goes. But right now, I think that, you know, he's going to keep a lot of people fresh because, as you and I talked last year, you know, I mean, at halftime, we just had nothing left as far as legs go.
And this year, hopefully, and that's one of the things we talked about in our post-game interview. Our post-game interview that I talked with the coach about. He said it is essential for us to still have legs in the third and fourth quarter. Now, you go back to 2007, the championship team. We had a lot of kids platooning both ways, but we had some outstanding athletes back in 2007, too.
Well, I mean, you just get one of those. That's a once-in-a-lifetime deal as far as that coaching deal. But the one thing that we did do, and Coach Vernon was really adamant about, is we did a lot of cardio. Let me just tell you that. We always were cardio, and almost like the NFL or the D1s now, you know, just cardioing all the time. And I think that's a big thing that, you know, a lot of these kids are doing now. But in this early part of the season, there's so much adrenaline going that they're going to spend it out pretty quick. And these kids are going to be ready to play tonight. And there come the captains.
Our captains for tonight's game, Sheen Butler Lawson, along with Kevin Poinsett, and I am so excited to see Kevin. I want to see him cut loose. The kid has just got lightning speed. Along with Michael Cassidy and Malik Hopper are your 4 captains here for the Waynesville Tigers tonight. The Camden Lakers are going to start Paxton DeLaurent, a 6'4", 165-pound quarterback. He is just a junior. And like you said earlier, they're going to throw to like 5 different wide receivers. They're going with the complete spread offense. I don't think you can run an entire game with a total spread off. Now, Glendale proved me wrong last year, but
yeah, they did.
Glendale, they had an exceptional quarterback. If you have a great quarterback and a great offensive line to block for that quarterback, yeah, you might be able to run a spread.
Well, you know, the thing about the spread is when you're going empty, it's almost kind of, in a sense, like a running game because you're going to have those short little pops, and what you're trying to do is draw that defense in, and then you're going to try to hit them deep. You know, I'm really surprised because this goes away, totally away from the Camden philosophy of, you know, the unbalanced and the double tight and the bone and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, maybe Jeff just saw with his personnel this is something he needs to do and something he wants to do, and we'll see how it works and if they're telling us the truth or not.
Well, that's what good coaches do. They coach to what they have. The coin toss is brought to you by Security Bank, South Pulaski County. Toss your coins in Security Bank and watch your money grow. And the Camden Lakers have won the toss. They have deferred to the Waynesville Tigers. The Tigers will put their offense on the field. It looks like first.
Yep, that's a good thing for us. I'd really like to see us have the ball first, see what we're going to do offensively. And I know as a coach, you know, I always want to defer too and try to get our defense on the field to establish ourselves. But in this case, you know, with a new coach and a new program and building from the ground up, you know, I think it's going to be a good thing. So let's hope the Tigers get off to a really good start.
And it's going to be, again, baptism by fire because we know the rivalry between the Camden Lakers and the Waynesville Tigers. Of course, a brand new year. We have no idea what is going to happen, but we're about ready to find out with your kickoff. One thing I did ask the coach, are we going to blitz this year? And he didn't necessarily say this, but lockdown play cover 0. Does that ring a bell to you, Coach?
Yes, it does. Yeah, I love it.
Guess who I talked to?
Yeah, I was going to say, it reminds you a lot of the old Bull man, you know, Carl Wilking, that just like to send everybody all the time. And with the personnel that he had, that worked out for him real well. And we're just going to hope that it works out the same way for the Tigers tonight.
So back to receive the ball for the Waynesville Tigers. As we drop back will be, it looks like A.J. Martin on one side of the field, and I think that is Cameron Cavalier on the other.
It is. It is. And we're not very deep, so obviously they've seen something out of their kicking game. Yeah. I don't know how, but they have.
And again, we have the sun in our eyes, so it is kind of very tough to see. And even though you got shades on, it can get kind of tough up here. Luke Galbraith is getting ready to kick it off for the Camden Lakers, and they're going to have to hold the ball on the tee because it's already blown off one time. 2018 football season is about ready to go, and Coach Joe Haynes and his Waynesville football Tigers will get the ball first. The ball is kicked off, and it will go into the end zone. The Tigers will take it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Galbraith, what a leg.
Yeah, pretty good leg right off the bat. They didn't expect that because it went way over their heads, but they're on the 20, and that's not a bad start.
Yeah, but look where that wind is. Look how that wind is blowing that flag out there in the end zone. It is straight out and pointed towards St. Robert. So, and that's the way the Waynesville Tigers, they will be going toward Buckhorn, and Camden will be going towards St. Robert.
Right.
If you want to take a look at the way this field is shaped up.
Yep, it's going to be one of those nights where we're going to see the winds picked up a little bit, the humidity's picked up a little bit, and we'll see if that plays a factor in the way these kids are going to sweat.
So the Tigers will go under center, and we start off without a fullback in the backfield. Sheen Butler Lawson in the back by himself, and he gets the pitch back. He cuts to the outside, breaks one tackle, cuts it past the line of scrimmage, and picks up 3 on the play.
A pretty good, he made something out of nothing right there. So we got, 2nd and 7.
Well, 3 yards of the cloud of dust did real well for the Green Bay Packers many, many years ago.
It sure did. You get 3 yards a pop, you know, and you got to have one of those to have 4, and you can move the ball and get some first downs, and that's kind of what we're probably going to do tonight.
Again, Aaron Imperato setting up that offensive line for the Waynesville Tigers. They're going to be blocking Dalton Kleber, Olivier Bazinet, Tim Breck, Maximo Reyes, and Tyreek McCummins. It's second down now and about 7 for the Waynesville Tigers. And again, now out of the gun. Imperato rolls out to his right, still has the ball, and he is going to keep it. He is going to be knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So they'll lose the 3 they just picked up, and it's going to be third down now and 10 for the Tigers. Good pursuit that time by the Camden Lakers. Actually,
yeah, it was.
Actually, they lost 4 yards on that because they're going to spot this at the 19-yard line. There was good coverage downfield. Imperato had nobody to throw to.
Right, they had the flat covered and everything like that. I think he was looking just to dump that on the short side and didn't have much luck.
Again, working out of the shotgun or the pistol. Imperato, Lawson in the backfield, flanked up just to the left. Fake throw to Imperato, and here's a pitch out to Cavalier. Cavalier's down to the 30-yard line, 29-yard line. Before he is brought down, he is going to be about a yard shy, make it 2 yards shy of the first down, and I believe we're going to bring the punting unit on. We're fourth down and about a long 2, and oh, I like this gambling coach.
Is he going to go for
it?
He
is going for it on
that?
4th and 2. The Tigers, again, on their own 28-yard line, and it's Aaron Imperato. He is going to try and draw Camden offside, and that's exactly, that's what he did. And the Tigers call a timeout. And, you know,
I like it.
I don't like using timeouts this early, but in a case like that, I think you have to do it just to see how antsy the Camden Lakers are this time of the season.
I would agree. You know, and the thing about it is, if you're going to do something like that, do it in the first half where you can kind of see how much adrenaline's going through everybody, and they did a good job with it. Now, I would assume that they would punt, but we'll see. They got 4th and 2, long 2.
Yeah, it's a long 2. And, again, you're on your own 28-yard line. I can't see where this would be nothing except a punt for the Waynesville football Tigers.
Right. Because those are some tough yards to get against Camden. They're always pretty tough inside the box.
We're going to keep it here during this timeout. Again, want to welcome our fine sponsors, and we thank them all for joining us again. Sellers Sexton Auto Group, $25 to the athletic department for every touchdown the Waynesville Tigers score, and Butler Lawson is in the backfield all by himself. Are we going to go a wildcat here?
No, you see that Imperato's back there behind the center, and we got a fullback look. We are going to go for it.
Okay, we are going to use the power eye. And again, lining up, I think that's Deontay Garland.
Yes, it is.
At the fullback, we are going for it. And here's a handoff to Butler Lawson, and he is going to get ripped at the 28. Ball comes loose, and it is recovered by the Camden Lakers.
On the 21.
So the Tigers turn the ball over on a fumble. And the Camden Lakers are going to have it in pretty good field position after Shane Butler Lawson got popped. He got slowed down, and then somebody came up and popped that ball right out of his arms with their helmet.
Well, you know that right off the bat, that Coach Haynes is not scared to go for it, and unfortunately, we've got ourselves almost in the red zone here, but we'll see how our defense responds.
Ball at the 21-yard line, and now the Camden Lakers will take it over, and unfortunately, that's the Waynesville 21-yard line after they recover the fumble on 4th down. And the Lakers may have to call a timeout because they are over there. Now they go back over to the sidelines, and now they come flying back on the field. They are going to have to. They've got 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and they will take either a timeout, and I think, did they call? Yes.
Coach Shore is not happy.
The Lakers burned a timeout, and Coach Shore should not be happy. The Lakers started to go onto the field, then they turned around and came back over to the sideline, and they have to burn a timeout to keep from getting a 5-yard penalty. But
he very well could not be happy with himself, too, because he probably didn't get it in there the way he wanted to. And boy, I got to tell you, with 11 walking out there, DeLawrence, wow, this is a really tall, slender kid that looks like he could do something. I mean, I don't know yet, but in pregame, he looked like he could really throw the ball well.
Yeah, and he, again, 6'4", and he's able to see over the top of everybody else. And, again, the Tigers, you think a lot of short passes from the Lakers tonight?
Right. Yeah, I think so, to try to suck them in and then, bring those safeties up and then maybe go over the top of them. But, some good-looking receivers here. Number 7's a big kid. their slot, and their trips to the left, twins to the right.
And out of the shotgun formation, DeLaurent goes back to throw. He's got some time. He dumps this thing over the middle, and it is caught at the 5-yard line, spun around and dumped. That is Jace Nicholas, who makes the catch and picks up the first down for Camdenton.
That was a 15-yarder right there to start it off, and it was right over the middle, right over the top of the linebacker.
Yeah, one of the linebackers leaped up in the air, just not quite enough height to tip that ball. Nicholas caught it and was dropped immediately, but still a first down for the Lakers. It is first and goal to go at the 5-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. Again, trips to the left this time, and here's a little catch, a little throw down in the flank. Pass is caught, and into the end zone is Leighton Wise for the touchdown.
Didn't he have both catches on that?
No, the other one was Nicholas, number 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Well, that was pretty efficient right there.
So Wise 5-yard TD catch after the fumble recovery. So with exactly 10 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter, the Lakers are on the board. A left-footed kicker for Camdenton, Luke Galbraith.
All kinds of things have changed for Camdenton. I don't believe I've seen a left-handed kicker for Camdenton in quite some time either.
Bad snap, but a good hold that time. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Lakers lead the Waynesville Tigers 7-0. We're back in a moment.
This is the Pepsi that your father drank and your grandfather drank. When I was your age, we were. This is the Pepsi that your Uncle Ted drank when rock sounded like this. This is the Pepsi for American pastimes. Whether you're tailgating at a speedway or courtside watching your favorite player make a breakaway, he scored! This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
Real estate made easy with Team Ellis at RE/MAX. Lisa Ellis has been selling real estate in the Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Wood area for 16 years. She knows the area as well as anyone in real estate, and with the revolving doors in a military market, Team Ellis at RE/MAX stays on top of their game, and that in turn helps you out, the buyer or seller. Contact Team Ellis at 320 Eichert Avenue, Suite T in the Town Field Plaza behind McDonald's in Waynesville. Call the office at 774-2653 or her cell at 528-4353. Lisa Ellis, your RE/MAX professional realtor.
Cameron Cavalier along with A.J. Martin deep for the Waynesville Tigers, and Galbraith boots this one. This one's a line drive and over the head of A.J. Martin and goes into the end zone. So the Tigers again will have it first and 10 on the 20-yard line. Galbraith has one heck of a foot.
Yeah, he does. He drilled that one, too. That probably never got about 8 feet off the ground and just made it all the way to the end zone, no problem.
Frozen rope, as they call those things. So the Waynesville Tigers bring their offense back out on the field. Tigers coached again by Joe Haynes, his defensive coordinator, Mike Klutz. His assistants are John Kelly, Logan Smith, Jeff Bramer, Shane Rowland, Ryan Pimental, Bill Demelade, and Sean Kelly. First and 10 for the Tigers. Deuces to the left, deuces to the right. Sheen Butler-Lawson in the backfield. And we have movement on the line of scrimmage. And jumping offside for the Tigers is Tyreek McCummins.
Yeah, that's going to put us first and 15 right there. That's not a good way to start when you're on your 20.
So a 5-yard penalty on Waynesville for, my.
Well,
I'm liking this.
Well, now wait.
Okay.
The umpire went the wrong way, but he called it offside, so we got first and 5.
So
how about that?
Okay, in other words, what happened is somebody on the defensive line moved
right.
and made us jump offside. So we get the advantage of that one. Yeah, the one official moved the ball back, but the head referee motioned offside, so they bring it forward 5 yards. First down and 5 now for the Waynesville Tigers.
Now that's a lot better start for us there.
You bet it is. Trips to the left, one to the right. In motion. And that's Martin. Here's the handoff to Butler-Lawson. He spins right at the line of scrimmage, and he is drilled backwards.
He lost one on that, and I got to tell you, they're really putting a key on him. And, 3 rushes for -2 yards right now. And this is one of the premier backs in the Ozark Conference. But like I told you, I think that they would do that this year. They would put a spy on him, which means that there's one guy out there that's doing nothing but keying on Sheen, And he got that ball, and what they have, 4, 5, 6 guys all over him.
Well, up the middle is not where we're going to be able to go, I don't think, against this Laker team. I think we're going to have to split this thing to the outside, use the long side of the field.
Well, those 2 tackles inside are pretty big boys.
Yeah.
You know, and we've got some, young kids that are up on the line besides, of course, Breck. And Breck can handle that one guy, no problem. But, those other guys that are coming in, that number 90 is a pretty big kid, and he's playing linebacker, I believe. And he's playing that middle linebacker, and I'm sure he's a run type of linebacker, and he sure filled that one.
Yeah, Tigers tried to substitute, but the referee sent one of the kids back to the line. Carrillo comes back in for the Waynesville Tigers. Martin goes in motion, and here is the handoff to Martin behind the line of scrimmage, and the Lakers read that very, very well. And they grabbed Martin behind the line, and that was Marlon Briggs, who is a 230-pound senior. Read that perfectly, and he dropped us for another loss on the play. That one about another yard loss. So now we're 3rd and 8, where we were 1st and 5.
Right. And then our number 16 was who?
Number 16 is A.J. Martin.
Martin, right.
In motion, and again, took the handoff from the quarterback, Imperato. Imperato works out of the pistol. Sheen Butler Lawson blocks for him. Now rolls to the outside. Imperato will scamper out of bounds.
Probably a smart move.
Yeah, and he will probably lose a half a yard on the play. Brings up a 4th down now, and about 8 for the Tigers, and they'll bring the punting unit back on.
Well, I mean, we're struggling a little bit about finding people in the right spot, but give Camden their due. They're covering in the backfield, and they're coming in the secondary, and they're flushing them out of that pocket, and there's really just nowhere to go.
Aaron Choi is the kicker for the Waynesville Tigers. He is the punter for the Waynesville Tigers, and he is also one of the backup quarterbacks. And this one is blocked at the line of scrimmage, and the Camden Lakers have this thing on the Tiger 25-yard line. He kicked that low, and somebody got their hand up and blocked it. That was almost a line drive, and I don't know if it hit somebody's helmet.
It looked like it hit the right hand of that, that up back that was just standing there, and like you said, it really never got off the ground, and it didn't really give itself a whole lot of chance. But here we go on the 22.
No, they'll have it on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for Camden. Yeah, they have a 7-0 lead already in this contest.
And so far, they're staying true to form. They're with this spread with no back, empty set, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. And don't be surprised they may try to go over the top right away.
And again, they spread that offensive line out. Here's a little dump pass over the sidelines. It goes to Cash Colton, and he is hit immediately, but he's still going to pick up several yards on the play. Probably about let's see where they stop forward progress. He'll pick up 3.
Yeah, but you know what? The good thing about that one was we had 6 guys around the ball right there, and that's one of the reasons they gained only 3. But that's that screen about hitting them underneath and then trying to suck them in going deep.
2nd and 7. Here's a high snap over the quarterback's head.
Nice
he
bounce.
picks it up, and he throws it to the outside, makes the completion, and they're going to turn something negative into at least back to the line of scrimmage. They might have picked up a half a yard on that play. That was snapped way over the head of the 6'4" T. Laurent. You got to snap the ball pretty high to get it over a 6'4" kid who's leaping up in the air.
Well, the one thing about it was it a perfect bounce.
Yeah.
And that was the main thing.
Okay, 3rd and 7, and the Lakers jump offside. That is Cash Colton, who was 10 yards down the field before the referee threw the flag, and that is going to be a penalty on the Lakers, another 5-yard penalty for illegal procedure.
Well, the first few weeks you're going to see stuff like that, but after the first 3 weeks you don't want to see anything like that. But that's pretty commonplace for high school football.
3rd and 12.
Wow, that's a big-time spread offense.
It is, isn't it? Ball back to the 28, and here's a pass to the outside, and this one was just in front of Gabe Kurtz, and he's probably glad he did not catch it because Michael Cassidy was bearing down on him. He catches the ball, and Cassidy is going to level him.
Well, we said they were going 2 platoon, but Cassidy seems to be playing both sides of the fence, and And that's one good thing because Cassidy was like an all-state wrestler. Really, he's an All-American rank. You know, he's a tough kid.
4 down territory. It is 4th and 12 now for the Lakers across the middle. The pass is caught, but they are going to be shy of the first down. That was Lathan Wise coming up with the catch. They wrap him up and drop him. They needed to get it down to the 15-yard line, and I think they only made it to about the 17.
I don't think they made it.
No, they didn't. Waynesville Tigers will take it over, and they will stop them on 4th down. Good job by that Tiger defense.
Excellent job by the Tiger defense. They played to the sticks, and that made a major difference, and they got the ball back, and we're still in it. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter.
7-0. Lakers on top after they recovered a fumble on the Waynesville Tigers' first possession. And they tossed the ball to Lathan Wise, and he went in from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, he went inside and got that really little dump pass inside and almost made the first down, but he came up a yard short.
Tigers in their orange
Let's get something
pants
going
and their black jerseys with their orange numbers. Lakers in their purple their purple pants and their white jerseys trimmed in purple. And here is Imperato. He rolls to the outside, passes the ball complete, and hits his receiver for about a 4-yard gain. And making the catch on that one is Jalen Andrews.
Well, good for him.
Andrews had to stop and come back a little bit because throwing the ball, again, first off when you're on the run and then across your body when you're going the other way is pretty tough. Good throw by Imperato, good catch by Andrews.
Right, and he's 2 for 2. He's been run out of bounds a couple of times, but he's 2 for 2 so far on his passes.
They give him a 5-yard gain on the play. It's second down and 5 for the Tigers. Ball at the 22. Imperato back to throw. Passes complete to Cavalier at the 30, and that is a first down for the Waynesville Tigers. That is their first down of the 2018 season, and now they're starting to move the ball.
Very good. Very good. Nice, efficient, good out route. Good ball on time. Not a bad deal for us.
Cavalier again on the little out route. Just a little button hook turned around, and the ball was right there off the hands of Imperato. Again, out of the power I formation. It's the Waynesville Tigers with Imperato at the quarterback position. Hands off to Butler Lawson, and really nowhere to go. The ball is loose. It is loose underneath, and Camden says they have it. I have not seen any indication by the referees that say the Lakers have the football. Everybody's pointing. All the Camden Lakers are pointing,
he gave it
and now they gave it to him. So another fumble by the Waynesville Tigers. Again, the ball comes loose.
Well, you know, it was one of those deals where, you know, just like we said, they're spying on him. They had 5 or 6 guys around him, and one guy's tearing it away and got it away, and it was one of those bang-bang calls. It could have gone either way, but they gave it to the Lakers.
So the ball is going to be placed at the 30-yard line. So Camden with the football again in Waynesville Tiger territory with a 7-0 lead here in this contest. 6:08 left to go in the opening quarter. Again, trips to the right. Actually, trips to the left, deuces to the right. And out of the gun, a little flare pass to the outside. Pass is complete to Eli. Griffin rolls to the outside, still on his feet. He picks up about 2 yards on the play, and the Waynesville Tigers finally converge on him. I'm not sure who was over there to slow him down right away, but one of the outside D-backs slowed him down a little bit, and that allowed the rest of the Waynesville Tigers to come over and make the tackle.
Right. Who was that on? That was Griffin on.
Griffin, number 27.
Yeah.
Quick snap, and here's Griffin again from the other side. The Waynesville Tigers meet him at the 30 and then drill him.
They got him good on that one. He probably didn't like that one very much. He'll feel that tomorrow.
Yep, that was Desmond Dawkins who made the initial hit, and then coming over was Charles Willingham, and Willingham leveled him.
Well, we gave him 3, and then we took 3 back. Right there, that was a loss of 3.
You bet. So it's 3rd and about 10. Back to throw again is De Laurent. The pass is thrown complete, and good defense by the Waynesville Tigers. And again, on the defense that time was Michael Cassidy. The pass was complete to, it looked like
number 21?
Cooper Ezzard. So it's 4th down and 5. Lakers are going to go for it. Again, they're on the Waynesville Tiger 25-yard line, leading 7-0. And De Laurent looks over to the sideline. He's got still 15 seconds, so he's got plenty of time to get a play in. 3 to the right, and here's the pass to the outside. This one is caught, and getting the first down. The ball is
loose, but Camden got it.
And Camden comes up, and the ball comes loose again.
He can't advance it. It's going to probably stop right there.
Okay, let's see. The ball gets knocked out of bounds in the end zone. It goes out of bounds. And do the Tigers get that football?
I'm not really sure, Marvin, unless they change that rule. I didn't know you could advance on offensive football.
Yeah, we've got flags on the play. Yep, it is Waynesville Tiger football. So that will be a fumble. The Camden Lakers got the ball. They had it in their hands. It got knocked loose. It went into the end zone and out of bounds.
Right.
So the Waynesville Tigers will pick up the ball on a fumble, and they will put it in play on the 20-yard line.
We got an official's timeout here, probably a water break.
Okay, we'll take a break, and we'll be back to sum this up back in a flash.
Colleges are notorious for charging fees, application fees, book fees, technology fees, graduation fees. Well, you get the point. At Columbia College, we came up with a better way. No fees, no book costs, and no surprises. That's the truth. We call it Truition. Learn more at fortwood.ccis.edu. That's fortwood.ccis.edu.
I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be, when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Alford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes in both single-family and townhome styles. Located at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, our residents enjoy a secure and comfortable hometown environment with the convenience of 24-hour maintenance, lawn care services, and community events. For more information, call Balfour Beatty today at 573-329-1013.
Well, it's 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers. The ball is snapped. But before the ball is snapped, we have a lineman for Waynesville downfield. We have a Camden Laker in the Tiger backfield, and it's going to go against Waynesville. Their first penalty, it's off or illegal procedure movement on the line.
Right.
Back to that play earlier, the ball was caught by Eli Griffin.
Right.
Dropped. He got knocked out of his hands. Another Laker picked it up.
Right.
Went to the end zone. The ball got punched out of his hands by one of the Tigers. Went into the end zone and rolled out of bounds to the right. And since it was a fumble, the Tigers got the ball back.
Right.
So it's 1st and 15 now for Waynesville. Out of the gun is Emperado. And Butler Lawson blocking for him. Emperado throws the ball and threw it out of bounds. Probably a good play that time because Cavalier was all covered up.
He sure was. He was all over him. And we're sprinting out to that short side, which I understand. But the way that they're playing that defense, you know, they've got those corners playing kind of zero right now on those number one receivers, and that's going to make a difference, you know, on those short passes.
Yeah,
so.
well, I'm spreading out to the short side, and then I'm going to throw a reverse in there, and
Yes,
I'm going
sir.
to the other side where there's a whole lot of running room.
Well, we got trips to the right, one to the left. We got Sheen in the backfield, one back set.
And out of the shotgun or the pistol is Emperado. Hands the ball off to Lawson. Breaks
There
it to
goes
the outside.
Sheen.
He's got a little bit of running room, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a 5-yard gain on the play. It's going to bring 3rd and 10 now for the Waynesville Tigers. But again, finally a little running room for Sheen. Butler Lawson got a good block at the line of scrimmage. Was able to take it outside off of the tight end.
Yeah, he got to the plus side on that run. You know, he was almost -3 yards in his first 5 carries, and now he's +2. So that was a good run for him. That was the first time he saw a little daylight.
So it is going to be 3rd down now and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers.
Same kind of set. Twins.
Out of the shotgun. Fake to Lawson.
Look out.
Emperado back to throw. Whistles on the play.
Huh. Must have been somebody moving again.
Yeah, we have. I don't see a flag anywhere on the field. It must be over on one of the sidelines. Oh, it's the back judge
it was us.
in the backfield. So that's going to be a penalty on the Waynesville Tigers.
So we're going to be 3rd and 15 here. Yep. And back on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't see the indication, but it's a 10-yard penalty. So that would indicate to me that was a holding penalty.
Well, it was that delay of game penalty, and when these crews work together real well, that back judge can look at the referee, put his hand up to him, and he'll go ahead and blow it right there.
Okay, so it was a 5-yard penalty then
Yes, sir.
on the play. So delay a game for the Waynesville Tigers. Again, 3rd and 15. Emperado back to throw. He rolls to the outside, whips this thing down the sidelines, and throws it into the Camden sideline. And one of the kids without a helmet made the catch.
Right, on the sideline, probably one of the coaches or one of the former alumni on that one. He legitimately and purposely threw that out of bounds.
Just nowhere to go on that, so it brings up a 4th down now. And now another penalty flag flies.
Now, what's this one?
This is going to probably be, somebody was talking to one of the referees, and I believe it was one of the Waynesville Tigers, and I have a feeling this one's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Boy, we don't want one of those. Coach Haynes isn't going to. Oh, no, he called intentional grounding on that.
Intentional grounding.
Which I could see. I mean, there was just nobody in the area when
Okay.
he threw it, so it automatically goes to a 4th down. And they are going to mark it off for 10 yards, so it's going to put us on the 8-yard line. And we haven't got on their side of the field yet, Marvin, and that's what we certainly need to do is get it on their side of the field. But we've been playing on their half all quarter long with 3.5 left.
Yeah, field position has not been very good for the Waynesville Tigers. So Aaron Choi will kick the ball out of his end zone. Good snap, and the ball gets up in the air, but I think somebody got a piece of it, and that ball will get out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. So, again, not much in the way of the punting game for the Waynesville Tigers so far.
Oh, they're going to mark it right at the 20.
And I don't know, is that Deontay Garland? No, that was Choi who kicked
that. That was Choi that kicked that one. But he doesn't have a whole lot of time, you know. I mean, they're putting some pressure on him right away. So here we go again, another opportunity for Camden inside the 20, and our defense has held pretty well because, you know, this is what, their 4th set?
Yeah, we could be down 28-0, you know, but right now it's only a 7-0 ball game.
Right, the same kind of set. We got trips right, trips left.
And DeLaurent back to throw,
there
dumps this one down the field over the top, and this one is a touchdown. Again, they threw this thing, like you said, over the top into the hands of Jace Nicholas, and that was good for a 20-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah, he was just waiting. He just floated that little fade right over the top, and, boy, it made a difference.
So with 3:22 left to go here in the opening quarter, the Camden Lakers have struck again after a poor punt by the Waynesville Tigers. Again, this offense just not able to generate too much right now, and our field position has really been terrible. We have not been I don't think the Camden Lakers have taken the ball probably not past our own 30-yard line.
No, we haven't got it out past that, and I think that's going to be a key tonight. We're going to have to generate some offense.
Extra point is up, and it is good. It is 14-0. Lakers on top. We're back in a moment.
This is Becky from Alamo Arms in Montreal. We're stocking dealers for Savage, Springfield, Benelli, and Henry, just to name a few. What's as American as Friday Night Football? Guns and ammo. We have a wide variety of new and used firearms, scopes, ammo, and reloading supplies. You'll find our helpful salespeople Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4. Whether you need something for hunting, target shooting, home defense, or those hard-to-find reloading components. Even if you're not from Laker Nation, you're always welcome at the Alamo. If you want to buy, sell, or trade, remember the Alamo, next to the post office in Montreal.
Nice burnout, dude! This guy is gonna need new tires. 2 of them, for sure. If he's smart, he'll come see us. After all, we have the biggest selection of quality tires for any vehicle at ridiculous prices.
Precision Auto and Tire Services, located at 1024 Industrial Drive in Osage Beach, is having an overstock sale on Bridgestone and Firestone tires. This is a blowout event that you won't want to miss. Precision Tire and Auto of Osage Beach. Customer satisfaction is their goal.
Left-footed kicker Luke Galbraith getting ready to boot it away again to the Tigers, and this one high up into the air. And this time, Cavalier is going to have an opportunity to run it back. He did step into the end zone,
He
gets it back out to about the 18-yard line. I thought if you went back into the end zone, of course, now when he caught the ball, he was at about the 1.
Right.
But then his feet went back into the end zone, and I thought that would have been called a touchback.
I think that we probably need to rebrush ourselves on a couple of these rules here, because there was one where you couldn't advance an offensive fumble, and there was one, and then now that momentum carried back in the end zone, we always thought that was going to be a touchback. So obviously they've either changed some rules or these guys are calling it as they see it. So
I've read the new rules for this year, and there was nothing in there about that. Now, there was some on kickoffs, but it had nothing to do with the ball going into the end zone. Butler Lawson, that is not Lawson who took that carry.
That would have been 23.
See if we can pick. There we go. That is Deron Anderson, one of the other running backs for the Waynesville Tigers.
He got 2.
Anderson not as big as Butler Lawson.
No, but a little more. You know, he hit the hole real quick and got 2 anyway. But here we go with a 2nd and 8, and the same kind of look here. Kind of an unbalanced look here for us.
Yep, 3 deuces or trips to the left, 1 to the right. And here's a counter play, and the ball is loose, and we have another fumble on the play, and the Lakers have recovered it again.
Yep, that was they were there before the exchange happened, and that linebacker came in and just disrupted the change. He got in between the quarterback and the slot back, you know, and mess with that exchange, and that's what caused the fumble.
So the Tigers tried to counter play, and that did not work. And
no, it did not.
The ball comes loose, and the Lakers have it at the 19-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. So this is the 3rd fumble. One was at the 22, one was at the 19, the other one was at the 18.
Right. And you know how Camden is. They like to jump right on you right after a turnover, so don't be surprised if they try to go right for the end zone right away.
And DeLaurent back to throw and dumps it across the middle, in and out of the hands, and they had it. They had a touchdown, but Garrett Stamper could not hang on. The ball comes off his fingertips. Waynesville Tigers had pretty good defense, but he should have caught that ball.
Yeah, he probably should have, and I'm sure he's going to be hating himself tomorrow in films as well.
He'll get razzed, I will tell you that now.
Yeah, you don't do anything wrong at Camden and not take a bad chew for it. So.
Okay, Waynesville Tigers have burned another timeout. Coach Joe Haynes did not like what he just saw on defense, so we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
The year was 1911. The first Indianapolis 500 was run. IBM was incorporated. Groundbreaking began for the famed Fenway Park in Boston. The great communicator Ronald Reagan was born, and so was the Bank of Crocker. 107 years later, the Bank of Crocker is still going strong and has grown in more ways than one. They're still your full-service home-owned bank, but with today's latest technology, you can do your banking anywhere in the world and do it from a cell phone. And there's a few more branches on their family tree, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
With the stress of life today, you owe yourself a good night's sleep. Hi, this is Katrina at Lynch's Furniture and Mattresses in St. Robert. A good night of sleep does wonders for yourself and everybody around you. So stop by and check out over 20 different Serta mattress sets, most in stock in twin, full, queen, and king sizes. The best part, queen-size Serta mattresses start at only $3.99. So for your sake and those around you, get a good night's sleep on a Serta mattress from Lynch's Furniture and Mattresses in St. Robert, or shop online at lynchesfurnitureandappliance.com.
We're back. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. A game brought to you also by Clayton Homes of Lebanon, one of the largest selling home makers in the country. Located in Lebanon on Highway Double M.
They jumped. Camden kind of reset the wrong way. 54 over on that left side kind of jumped in the wrong way. So that's a bonus for us. We're going to have 2nd and 15.
So that is the 3rd penalty for the Lakers. Each one have been a 5-yard penalty. So,
boy, they're getting to the line quick this year. Oh, there's an old look right there.
Here's the old wishbone, and they hand the ball off again to Eli Griffin, who rolls off to left tackle. And Eli Griffin, good pursuit by the Waynesville Tigers on the lateral line, on the line of scrimmage laterally. Pickup of maybe 1 on the play. I don't even
about
think
6, I'd say, because with that penalty.
Okay, you're right. They did have the penalty. So, again, they're back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd down now and about 10.
Yep. And now we're going back to the old school Camden right here, the power I.
No, they found out that spread offense wasn't working too very well.
Double tight, power I.
And here's the fake to the handoff, fake to the back, ball into the end zone, and it is overthrown. There were 3 Waynesville Tigers and 2 Camden Lakers back there. That was thrown into double coverage, and probably the best thing they did was let that thing go flying over the head.
Well, you know, on that timeout when we were on commercial, Coach Haynes brought the whole team out, and he was having a little conference with everybody, and they came out with a little more intensity in these last 2 plays, and it's made a difference. But, you know, Camden went right back to the old stuff, and Coach Klutz, who's the defensive coordinator, was ready for it. But now we're back to the spread.
Back to the spread, 4th down now. Trips to the left, deuces to the right. And again, their line of scrimmage, they have spread that out. Here's a snap back. DeLaurent back to throw. He's got time. He'll roll to the outside. He's being chased. Now he'll come back the other way, throw this into the end zone, and wide open into the end zone. How he saw Cooper Ezzard is beyond me, but a 20-yard touchdown strike with 1:38 left to go here in the opening quarter. And the Camden Lakers have stuck another 6 on the board so far.
Yep. he rolled out right, and he got all that pursuit to go with him to that right side, and then he looked backside across the grain and had a pretty good arm to throw it that far. That was probably about a 35-yard throw, and put it right on target, right at the back of the end zone.
And way too much time to throw the football. So low snap, kick is up, and it is good. And it is 21-0. The Lakers on top of the Tigers. Take another break. We'll be back. Tigers get the kickoff when we return.
Hi, folks. This is Tim Seams, branch president of the Marys County Bank. Have you ever heard the saying, nothing in life comes free? Well, we've decided to change that old saying. Something like, nothing in life comes free unless you bank with the Marys County Bank. Our customers know that we offer a huge variety of totally free products. Products like free checking, free online banking, free e-statements, and free mobile apps, like our new Shazam Bolts mobile app, offering 24/7 fraud alerts, ATM locator, and account balances. You can even block your card. Isn't it time you got something for free? Stop by our local branch to learn more. The Marys County Bank, member FDIC.
The 15th annual Red Tag Sales Event has kicked off at Seller Sexton Auto Group in St. Robert. All 3 locations have drastically discounted the vehicles and power sports to unheard of rock bottom prices. Whether it's a new Ford Lincoln Mazda, a quality pre-owned vehicle from the 2 pre-owned locations, or one of the many motorcycles at Seller Sexton Power Sports, all have slashed prices to the lowest of the year. And look for the red tags offering your savings. Plus, sign up for free oil changes, details, and $500 cash giveaway. No gimmicks, just big savings. The Red Tag event only comes once a year at Seller Sexton Ford Lincoln Mazda and Seller Sexton Trucks and Imports plus Power Sports in St. Robert.
And Galbraith kicks it off and puts another one into the end zone by about 2 yards. And
that's a weapon.
Yeah, Sheen Butler-Lawson just watched it go over, actually right next to him. He knew if he caught the ball, he would be in the end zone anyway, so it didn't matter.
Well, when it's 21-0 with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter, now you just got to forget about the score and just try to make some progress here.
Exactly right. You start trying to put some first downs on the board, keep your offense on the field, and start doing what you did in practice. The ball is loose again, and this was a bad exchange between the center, Breck, and Emperado. Emperado able to recover the loose football, so the Tigers will lose a yard on the play. Brings up a second down now and 10.
Yeah, bad exchange. Things aren't going really well for the Tigers right now offensively. And the defense has been on the field most of that first quarter, and that's making a difference. Main thing to do right now is try to keep the clock going, give themselves a couple of first downs, and keep them off the field.
Yeah, and hopefully get into the second quarter with a little bit of momentum. Here is Butler-Lawson. He'll take the handoff and nowhere to go up the middle. There is just no room up the middle. Our guards and our tackles are getting manhandled at the line of scrimmage. You're going to have to break one to the outside and utilize the long side of the field or even the short side of the field. Just get yourself a little running room where you can get out there one-on-one with the safety, a cornerback, or maybe even a linebacker, possibly bust one.
Right, and, the thing about it is, let's give Camden some credit here. Their defensive line has great technique, and we're still pretty young up front.
Third and long, and Emperado fires one to the outside. Pass is caught, but absolutely nowhere to go, and that was Anthony Bledsoe. Bledsoe, we saw him make a heck of a catch against the Rolla Bulldogs in the Jamboree last week.
Did.
Able to catch this one, but just cannot advance it anywhere as he picked up about 3 yards on the play on one of those wide receiver screens. It's 4th down now and 9 for the Waynesville Tigers.
Who got that catch?
That was Bledsoe.
Bledsoe.
For a couple of yards on the play, and that was about it. As we have 25 seconds left to go, and it looks like we've got another water break. Another, what do they call that? A hydration moment.
Hydration break, right.
21-0. Our game brought to you in part by Air Serve Heating and Air, located in West Waynesville, serving Pulaski and surrounding counties. So I see Kevin Poinsett ready to come into the game for the Waynesville Tigers.
There's some speed.
There's some speed. Unfortunately, he's on the punting team.
Right.
And we're punting again. So hopefully, thing of it is, we haven't been able to use any of our speed to get down the field because both punts we've had, they have blocked both of them, and the ball hasn't gone, maybe about 20 yards?
Yeah, total.
At the most?
Right. And they're getting some awful good penetration inside from those two guys inside. So
Gabe Kurtz is deep for the Lakers. He's at the 50-yard line. Aaron Choi is going to be kicking it away from about the 10. The ball at the 21-yard line. It is 4th and about 9 for the Waynesville Tigers. And again, we can expect to see the Lakers.
Snap.
Here they come, and Choi
There
gets
we go.
this one up. Not a great kick. Let's see if we can get a good roll. Well, we get a good bounce. It's going to roll to around the 46-yard line before the ball is down, make it the 44-yard line of Waynesville. So Camdenton has still never had the ball in their side of the field in this entire game, and they lead this 21-0.
right, but the one good thing about it, if you want to give a positive to it, is they actually are starting outside the 40 at the 44. So hopefully we can get a stop here, get the ball back. Got 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. This may be, well, the way they throw, they could maybe get 3 more plays. Who knows?
Yeah, this has been a very long quarter.
When you throw the ball that much, though, Marv,
Yep.
you know you're going to have a lot of time not taken off the clock.
He's right, exactly right. Trips to the right, deuces to the left. Back to throw. Here come the Tigers. The ball is across the middle. It is caught. Ball is loose, and then it is
good
jumped
opportunity
on.
there.
Tigers had an opportunity to grab the ball, but coming up with the fumble recovery is Jabin Shockley. The original catch was made by Gabe Kurtz, and then he got popped. Ball came loose. First down on the play. That, believe it or not, that's only the second first down for the Camdenton Lakers here in this contest, and they lead 21-0. Of course, they've recovered fumbles at the 20, 18, and 19, and have 2 20-yard passes and a 5-yard touchdown run.
Well, this will be the last play of the quarter here.
This one across the middle. What a great
That's
pop that
Malik.
time by Malik Hopper. The pass is caught by Lathan Wise. That was a heck of a catch. He had to go low to get that. He caught the ball at his shoestrings, brought the ball up, and got popped. And that's the end of quarter number 1. Lakers 21. Tigers zip. We'll take a break, and we'll be back.
Park University offers associate and bachelor degree programs at their Fort Wood Campus Center. Additional degree programs are available entirely online. Courses can be completed in 8-week sessions rather than the traditional 16-week semester. Sessions start 5 times a year, giving you multiple entry points. Park also offers additional graduate and certificate programs online. Military and civilians are welcome. Application fees are waived for military personnel. Park accepts VA benefits, tuition assistance, financial aid, and payment plans are available. Park University, a regionally accredited non-profit university. Save time, save money, accelerate your education. 329-2798 or go online, park.edu/go. Leonard Wood.
King Auto Glass, certified pros working hard for you. We'll fix it right, we'll come to you free, and we'll give you a lifetime guarantee. We've been around for 3 generations, doing our best work every day. Auto Glass is our only business, not a sideline. King Auto Glass.
Well, we're back here. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. Waynesville, again, will be looking now at the Lakers with a second down and
3.
what about 3?
Yeah.
The ball, there's another
big
high
snap.
snap over D. Lorent's head.
Here comes
and
the
the ball.
get the ball, get the ball, get the ball.
He overran it.
All right.
He overran it, and the Waynesville Tigers have recovered the football in Camdenton territory at the Laker 44-yard line. So a big break
We'll take
for
the
the
break.
Waynesville Tigers.
We'll certainly take that break. That puts us inside the 50, and we are in contention to go in and try to get something going here.
So making the play, it looked like Michael Cassidy, who comes up with that loose football. And now Cassidy's trying to rally these troops to get out there and let's get something done, guys.
Yeah, let's just get a little offense going here. We got 20 and 23 in the backfield.
With Deron Anderson and Deontay Garland.
Right.
Again, under center is quarterback Aaron Imperato. Fullback moves over to the right. Pitch back to the outside. This is Anderson, and he will go forward.
Boy, they
and
play laterally very well.
Yeah, good pursuit. Doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. So it will be a loss of 1 on the play.
Right. I mean, Camden just read that. We're just not sustaining the block. You know, we're getting a good pop off the first step, and then they're just rolling off it and playing on down the line, just like you want it to be done. We've just got to keep that drive block going, especially on the run. And if we can get that drive block, then he'll see that seam and start running it up inside.
Take a look at these offensive linemen. You've got a sophomore, a junior, and 3 seniors on there. So, we should be able to sustain the block, but the Lakers are winning at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
Back is Emperado to throw. Almost lost his balance. Throws this thing, floats it down the field. The pass is almost caught. A dandy attempt that time by the Tiger tight end. That is Jacob York. He got popped.
Yeah, he did, and I don't know if they're going to call that a helmet-to-helmet or what, but he took a pretty good shot.
He's gonna roll over, and I don't know whether he got popped in the gut as he went up, and that was not a defenseless receiver play.
No, it wasn't.
Because he was going after the football, and so was the receiver, so was the defender.
Yeah, but you know how that is now. If you're going, even if you don't mean to, and you hit the head, that's kind of that. The NFL, man, they've got to go like below the shoulder pads now. They got so many calls in the preseason on that head thing. And that's been a point of emphasis is to leave the head, and that's what they're calling against Camden is that illegal contact to the head.
So a personal foul, that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and that will be from the spot of the foul, I believe, which is inside the 25-yard line at the 24. So that would put Waynesville in some pretty good field position unless they mark it.
I think they'll take it 15, Marv. I mean, in college, or not in college, but in the pros, it would be a spot foul where they would put it there. But I believe it'll go 15, but I'm not for sure. We'll find out right now. They're getting ready to mark it off.
So Jacob York will he will head to the sideline. He's fine.
And it is going to be 15.
So a 15-yard penalty for the Camden Lakers. That gives them 30 yards in penalties here in this contest. And that puts the ball down at the Laker 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Waynesville. So we pick up a first down. Jacob York goes over to the sidelines, and he is going under concussion protocol.
Well, Cheryl's one of the best.
You bet.
So, if Cheryl's working on him, she can get him back in, she will. But they're going to err on the side of caution, which in today's game you certainly have to do.
Good throw that time by Aaron Emperado. He needed a little bit more zip on that. Here's another one to the outside. Good catch that time, but the ball comes loose.
They call it incomplete.
Yep, they called it incomplete as up in the air was Sergio Carrillo. And when Carrillo came down, he got popped immediately, and the ball came out. I thought he held on to it, but it goes incomplete.
But Aaron kind of, had that ball a little bit high, and he had to have time to get it in. And because he had it a little bit high, it gave Cameron time to recover and put a pretty big hit on him. Here comes Malik Hopper into the offensive side. Didn't see him the last 2 years on the offensive side.
But he's such an athlete, how you almost wonder why he's not playing both ways.
Well, he's a headhunter.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid is just, don't take that the wrong way. He's just a good, hard-nosed kid.
And he lines up to the outside. Screen. Here's a screen to Lawson. Lawson is still on his feet. The Lakers just bust him up all over the place still. Hopper on his feet finally, or not Lawson rather, finally gets brought down at the 27-yard line. He's going to pick up about 4 to 5 yards on the play.
And work for every one of them.
You bet.
As soon as he caught that screen, he missed 4 or 5 guys on that and made something out of absolutely nothing, which was a nice deal.
You bet. Emperado works out of the gun. Martin goes in motion. Here is the snap. Lawson on a little screen, throws the ball out to Martin. He catches it, and he is going to be hit immediately at the 30, making the 25-yard line is where they're going to bring him down. And it's going to be a gain of about 2 yards on the play. That was a good call that time by the coaching staff. Didn't get a whole lot, but we'll take what we can get.
Right.
And, again, that was Michael Cassidy.
So now we're going to be 4th and 5. We're on the left hash on the 25-yard line. Of course, we're going to go for it. And this is a big play for us right now.
Yes, it is. 9:49 left to go here in the first half. 21-0. Lakers on top. Tigers would like to get 5 yards and pick up that first down. Emperado to throw. Rolls to the right. Passes in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And, again, that was a very catchable pass.
It sure was.
Jalen Andrews just could not hold on. That would have been enough for a Tiger first down. Instead, the Tigers will turn the ball over on downs to the Camden Lakers.
Right. And, Emperado threw a good ball. Those were 2 good balls through that series that should have probably been caught. But this early, things are going to happen like that. But, good signs there that, we saw some good things, but we've got to execute when we're down 21-0.
So the Lakers will take the ball over with 9:38 left to go, and this is the deepest penetration the Tigers have had in Laker territory, all the way down to their 25-yard line. This is the lousiest field position Camden's had all night long. De Laurent on the fly pass, and he threw it a little too low to Jake Nicholas.
Right.
Pass goes incomplete.
Right. And it should have been caught, but he didn't have that zip on it that he normally does. And you're at that early part of the season where they're just going to have to adjust to those.
Now, that was just a little floater that just didn't have enough mustard on it and fell a little shy. Second down now and 10. De Laurent back to throw out of the gun. Little screen across the middle, and what a hit that time. Was that Hopper that made the hit?
Sure is. That's Malik.
And that ball was spun around. No, that was not.
No, number 8.
Number 8 for the Waynesville Tigers. Okay, then Ian Williams. Good play, one of the linebackers for the Waynesville Tigers. Still a pickup of 4 on the play. Brings the ball out to the 29-yard line. Again, De Laurent looking at the play clock. He's going to work that down. There's another high snap over his head, and here come the Waynesville Tigers.
Down on it.
And he goes down, and he will park his body at the 5-yard line. So that is going to be a loss of, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25-yard loss on the play. Ball all the way down to the 5-yard line. Actually, the 6-yard line is where they'll spot it. That is the third high snap over the head of the 6'4". I would think that Jeff Shore, the Camden Lakers, might be looking for a different center.
Well, you know, they're fourth and forever, and the quarterback tends to be looking like he's also the punter. And they're going with that short set, so
Tigers call their third and final timeout of the first half. We'll be right back.
Thanks for an amazing day on the lake, man.
Yeah, you bet.
So what made you get a hoist for your boat?
Well, a lot of things, actually. Leaving a boat in the water is the primary cause of hull blisters, for starters.
Yeah, it probably saves you a fortune in scrapping and repainting, eh?
For sure. And a cleaner bottom also reduces drag, enhancing fuel efficiency. Econo Lift Boat Hoist, located at 3847 Old Route 5 in Camdenton. Features all sizes of lifts for all sizes for your boats and personal watercrafts. Check us out online at econolift.com.
Looking for the best burger in town? Then you need to stop by Fire Station Bar and Grill, 146 Illinois Street in Camdenton. Their hand-patty burgers will satisfy any hunger, especially their family firehouse burger. Fire Station Bar and Grill. Great atmosphere, great service, and of course, great food, and a great place to be with friends. Fire Station Bar and Grill. Phone 873-222-22. 873-2222.
And the quarterback is going to kick it from his end zone. Hopper is back at the 35-yard line. He's going to let it roll, and the Lakers are going to down it at the 46-yard line of Camdenton. So Waynesville will take it first and 10, and now we're going to have a flag on the play. It's going to be a late one.
That's Mike Cassidy. He just got his emotion going too much on that, and he was into a blocking brawl with that Camdenton guy, and the Camdenton guy tried to get the best of him and obviously did. And that's going to probably be a 15-yard penalty on us.
And they're talking to Cassidy over on the sideline.
Got to leave your emotion off the field, boys.
Yep. And that is, you're right, Shane. That is a 15-yard penalty, and that was at, and they'll tack that on from the line of scrimmage up at the 44-yard line. So that is going to cost the Tigers big.
Yeah, it will. You know, having an opportunity to start at the 46 going in, now it looks like we're going to start about the 41, you know, on our side of the our side of the field.
Because we were on their 44.
Yep.
And now it's going to mark. They're going to mark off 15 yards on the play.
Right.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
they have to do the math 39. Out there by themselves. So all the way down to the 39-yard line. So it will be first and 10 for the Lakers. Again,
this has always been a big-time emotional game, though, Marv, and nothing's been held back tonight either. We got a lot of emotion on the field.
Now the Tigers, again, are just trying to, again, show that they are a legitimate football team. And with the score of 21-0 right now, I think the defense hasn't been too bad. So it's going to be first and 10 for Waynesville. But a long way to go after the punt by the Lakers. Emperado hands off to Lawson up the middle. Lawson goes, and we've got some more pushing over there on the sideline, but
There's just nowhere to go for that young man.
No, I mean, up the middle is not working.
No, it certainly isn't.
We have tried it, and just,
we're trying to hit that A gap. That's that gap right on either side of the center with just a good old-fashioned power, and it's just not there. I mean, they're like I said, they're doing a spy deal on Sheen, and boy, they've got his number right now.
And even with the fullback, that lead blocker, it is not helping here tonight. 2nd and 10. Emperado back to throw. He is chased. Now he'll dump one off out into the flat. The pass is caught, and it's going to be good for about 12, 13 yards on the play. And let's see who comes up with that football for the Waynesville Tigers. And I think, is that Aaron Choi?
You know what? It
number
like
13, it sure is. Aaron Choi gets up off the ground, and he's limping a little bit.
Yeah.
But he goes back to the huddle. He's okay. He said, hey, I'm fine. We just got a first down. Let me alone. Let's go get another one. So 1st and 10 now for the Tigers at midfield inside Camden territory at the 48-yard line. Lawson up the middle to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Lakers are all over him.
Yep, and I'm telling you what, they really are keying on him, and I can't see them not every team in the conference not keying on him because he's such a weapon. But unfortunately, he lost 3 on that one.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd down now at about 13 for the Tigers. Ball back at the 50-yard line. They're calling it 2nd and 12, but I tell you what, that's a very long 12. They got to get it down to the 38-yard line to pick up a first down. The Tigers have 3 first downs. The Lakers have 2 here in this contest, but it's 21-0 Camden on top. Deuces to the left for the Tigers. Emperado back to throw, rolls to the outside. He's got Lawson to block for him in front, and he threw it out of bounds. Cavalier was open along the sidelines, but Emperado just had a little too much mustard on that. And if Cavalier catches it on the sideline, he's probably going to gain about 1 to 2 yards on the play.
1 to 2 yards. Yeah, Emperado's going on the side of caution right now, and when you're in there, but we've got that little sophomore number 12 getting loose on the sideline, and I don't know if that means anything, but he sure didn't impress us last week.
Well, one thing about Lewis is the fact that he can flat fly.
Yeah, he's got some. He reminds you a lot of a left-handed small Michael Vick.
Yeah, a little gunslinger.
Yep.
And again, Emperado works out of the gun, rolls back, and he is being chased, and he is going to go down. And that is going to go down as a sack as Kalen Draper comes along and just puts a lick on. Well, actually, he didn't put a lick. His feet went out from underneath him as
Emperado heard it. And he went down before he got the lick.
That's a smart quarterback.
Yeah, it is. That increases your longevity.
You bet. So it's 4th and 20 now for the Waynesville Tigers. They'll be kicking the ball away. Aaron Choi, again, will be back to punt the ball. He will kick it from about the 31-yard line. Snap is good. And the kick is up.
There's a good kick.
Finally got one up in the air, and it is fielded back at the 15-yard line by Gabe Kurtz. Penalty flag flies. Kurtz down the sideline. He's got some running room. He breaks it to the 40. He's coming back to the middle. Down to the 30. Malik Hopper is the only one left. He gets back inside, and he is hauled down at the 2-yard line. So he goes from the 15-yard line on one side of the field all the way down to the 2. The flag is down at the 25, and that is probably going to come back because normally that is going to be either a block in the back by the Lakers.
Well, I guess we'll see here in a minute, but we've got one. They're all looking back there, and here comes the white hat to tell us what's going on.
Well, Jamin Shockley is standing back there by the yellow flag, so he probably knows.
Blocking the back.
Yeah, he probably knows it was who it was on, or knew it was on the Lakers. So they're going to bring this one back.
Yep.
From the 15-yard line on one side of the field to the 2 on the other, and it's coming all the way back. But
that's a good thing for us.
Yeah, it is a good thing for us, but a good run by the Camden Lakers.
Right. We finally got a good kickoff, and it gave them some distance, and it gave Camden a chance to set the wall, but our speed took over on that, and that's why they had to block in the back, and that made a major difference on that one.
So the ball comes all the way back to the 15-yard line, and let's see if are they going to mark it from the 15?
They should.
Well, actually, I think the flag is down at the 25.
Right, and
so,
they're going to mark it off 10, so
yep.
they'll start at the 15.
So they'll start at the 15-yard line. 5:38 left to go here in the first half. Been a long first half, and when you get a passing offense, it usually takes a little while.
Right. Yep, and you want to try to keep Camden off the field because, it's going to be one of those deals where we're trying to keep the clock rolling, trying to take time off. They're not going to take much time off because they're gunslinging, but as long as they keep it inside the sidelines, the clock will keep rolling. But at this point, it's just been one of those, dead first halves. I mean, it's just been one of those deals where they're getting it outside, or they're scoring real quick or whatever. They've had a lot of opportunities to score, and let's give the Waynesville defense some credit because they've been on the field most of that first half, and it's made a difference that, they've had, 6, 7 opportunities to score and only have 3. So.
Right. So here we go. Again, it will be Camdenton's football. First and 15 or first and 10 at their own 15-yard line after the block in the back penalty on what could have been an easy 6 points because they took it all the way down to the Waynesville Tiger 2-yard line, but they had to bring it all the way back.
Right. Let's see if Camden stays. They're in that spread again. Let's see if they stay with the short stuff or they start going that intermediate.
Takes a nice snap. He rolls to the outside. Now cuts it back up the middle. He's got a little running room. Waynesville Tigers slow him down and finally drag him down from behind, but he gets all the way out to the 22-yard line. That is going to be a gain of about 7 yards on the play. Make it 8 is where they're spotting it, so they move it up to the 23-yard line.
That's his first rush. So he was flushed out of the pocket. We got some good pressure there, just had nothing in the middle to stop him.
I thought he was cutting it to the outside. All of a sudden, he cuts it back in, and right up the middle he went. Another good snap. De Laurent back to throw. Pumps, fires it, and
that was a good ball.
Oh, my gosh, what a catch. What a catch that time, if it stays. Jace Nicholas caught that ball. And Coach Joe Haynes said that ball hit the ground. But I'll tell you what, Nicholas looked like he made one heck of a catch, and they're going to give it to him.
That was a 15-yard gain right there.
That was. He dove for that ball, and he hit the ground. He rolled over, and he came up with it. Great catch by Jake Nicholas for the first down. That is the Lakers' third first down. Back to throw again. A little counter to the outside. This pass complete to Colton. Colton rolls to the outside. He's going to be popped that time. Good tackle, and again, getting up off the bottom of that pile for the Waynesville Tigers. That's Ian Williams, or is that Desmond Dawkins, number 6? I can't see whether that's 6 or 8 over there. I think it's 6.
I believe it is 6.
That's Dawkins.
He made a good tackle. It was kind of like a reverse screen right there. He looked to the left and went back and twisted to the right. Oh, he's going deep.
Here's a deep one down the sideline. Gene Butler Lawson. Yeah, we're going to have a flag. Are they going to? No. Boy, that referee reached in his pocket. I thought he was going to throw that thing.
Well, the reason he didn't is because the ball was short. If the ball would have been on line, I think that they would have got the flag. But since the quarterback threw it short, he didn't. But, give Sheen some credit. He did turn back towards the ball when the ball was in the air.
And the coach of the Waynesville Tigers, Joe Haynes, has taken some of his offensive players, some of his seniors, and put them on defense. So the Tigers have several kids going both ways. Here's a little flare pass to the outside. Pass is caught. It's good for a gain of about 6 yards on the play. Make it 7, first down for the Lakers at the 45-yard line. That is their 4th first down of this football game. Again, that was on a little bit of a high snap, and right into the hands
they threw it to that number 2 receiver who just kind of did a stop pattern about 8 yards, and they're trying to pick on that middle zone right now.
De Laurent back to throw. He rolls to the left. He's got running room. There's a lot of green out there, and he is going to roll out. He's going to get knocked out of bounds and then gets popped, and I thought that's not a – but it wasn't a hard hit out of bounds by Maurice Fiame, just kind of a little bump. Luckily, the referee didn't think it was – hard enough, but the Lakers have picked up another first down.
Well, those always scare us because when they get close to that sideline, and any time the quarterback gets hit, any time close to the sideline, you're always worried about that late hit, but he must have been inside the sideline.
So it is 1st and 10 for Camden. The ball at the 35-yard line of Waynesville. Lakers on top, 21-0. De Laurent back to throw. Across the middle he goes, and wide open is Kurtz. Kurtz gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line before he is hauled down from behind. Did the ball come loose? Yeah, it did again. And guess who was there again? Garrett Stamper. That is the same connection down on the other end of the field where Kurtz got the ball stripped from him. Stamper picks it up and fumbled it out of the end zone. Tigers got the ball. They don't get it on this one.
Yeah, and that was just a good ball.
Ball all the way down to the 6-yard line, so it's first and goal to go for the Lakers. Back to throw. And across the middle, the pass is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And I think that was Stamper again, the intended receiver on that.
And that's about the third one that he's had in his hands and dropped. So
yeah, that was a bullet.
Let's hope they keep throwing it to him.
Yeah, that was a bullet that time. And he really had to stretch, and he was kind of tiptoeing the out of bounds marker.
Was. Yeah.
So that would have been a pro catch.
Yeah, he had a lot of mustard on that, like you said. And that would have been a tough ball.
De Laurent back to throw. Here's a flare to the outside, to the right-hand side, and dropped. In and out of the hands of Lathan Wise, who caught the first touchdown pass here for the for the Camdenton Lakers.
Well, that's when you, as a coach, you say, well, go ahead and catch it first, and then go ahead, because if he caught it first, he was going back to the inside, would have walked into the end zone, but there was nothing there, so we're third and goal from the 6.
Bottom line, you got to catch it first.
Yes, sir, every time.
And here's the snap. It's another high snap. They fired into the end zone. The pass is
that was coming.
Incomplete, and we're going to have pass interference on the Waynesville Tigers.
Yeah, I would say so. When you drag his left arm down and don't give him a chance to catch it with 2 hands, that's never going to work out well for you.
So let's see. The ball will be at the 6-yard line.
Number 6 is down. That's not good.
And they will move it toward the end zone. Number 6, and that is
that's one thing.
That's Desmond Dawkins. He's back up.
Yeah, one thing that Coach Haynes told us, he said that we can't really afford injuries, and I've talked to some of the coaches, and the depth is okay, but they really like to keep the starters on the field, and we don't like to see Desmond coming off in that situation.
But he's walking off on his own accord, and that's the good news.
Yeah, it is. He's just more upset than he is hurt, it looks like.
So half the distance to the goal. It's pretty much a 3-yard penalty.
Yep.
But we'll mark it in the book as a
10-yard
first
down. That's a key.
And another first down. That would be the 7th first down for the Lakers. So they have it third and goal to go at the 3-yard line, up 21-0 on the Waynesville Tigers. 3:12 left to go here in the first half. Here's the snap. De Laurent back to throw into the end zone. Picked off by the Tigers.
6.
That's a pick 6, but this one's coming back.
I believe it is. I think that's going to be on us. We'll see what happens.
So,
but I got to tell you, I believe that's going to be a pick 6.
Yeah, go all the way down.
I think it's going to be an offensive or pass interference on the defense, but I'm not really for sure. Let's hope that goes.
Well, that is Anthony Bledsoe who made the pick for the Waynesville Tigers. But again, Bledsoe cut in front of the receiver, and when he cut in front of the receiver, he bumped him. And that constitutes the pass interference.
And that'll give him that'll start it over again at first down again if that's that pass interference, and we'll see. But he almost got away with it, but it was pretty just blatant.
They have no indication from the referee. The only indication we have is everybody's going back to the 3-yard line on the other end of the field.
That's a pretty good indication.
Yeah. So now the referees are probably thinking, okay, this is the second time.
Yep.
This is the second time that we have had to run all the way down one end of the field to the other and then come back because of a penalty.
Well, it was a great effort by our defensive back. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He just got tangled up with his arms and his feet, and then the kid fell down.
The
but
thing of it is they were both going for the ball.
Right.
And I just don't – sometimes I don't understand those calls.
Well, as a defensive coach, advantage always is to the offense, which is not fair, but that's just the way it is.
Well, everybody has a right to go after that football. And
right.
The only problem is if you hit the receiver – if the defender hits the the receiver before he has a chance to catch the ball, and then takes the ball away, there's where your penalty is going to come down, and apparently that's what the referee saw.
And now we're back in the old Camden offense. You know, we got
old
a power eye.
The old wishbone.
Yeah, the old power eye. And that's
two
what
fullbacks and a running back, and taking the ball into the end zone is going to be Eli Griffin. So Griffin on a 3-yard run makes it 27-0 with 2:52 left to go here in the second quarter. So the Lakers will get an opportunity to make it 28-0. And if the Waynesville Tigers don't do something in the third quarter, by the fourth, we may have the mercy clock running.
What is that? Is that 35 now?
35, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, Camden's going to come out all guns in the third quarter.
Oh, you bet. I mean, you know, this is the first game of the season. They want to establish something. They're one of the top teams picked to win this Ozark Conference. And here's a snap. It is low, and it is no good. The kick was low. So the extra point, no good. And that makes it still 27-0. Kickoff coming up when we come back.
This is the Pepsi that your father drank and your grandfather drank.
When I was your age, we were.
This is the Pepsi that your Uncle Ted drank when rock sounded like this. This is the Pepsi for American pastimes. Whether you're tailgating at a speedway or courtside watching your favorite player make a breakaway,
he scored!
This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, opening night, Waynesville Tigers trailing the Camden Lakers by the score of 27-0. 2:52 left to go here in this second quarter as we're headed toward halftime, and the Waynesville Tigers will get the ball on offense. And dropping deep back for the Waynesville Tigers, again, it's going to be A.J. Martin on one side of the field and Cameron Cavalier on the other.
Well, one thing about A.J. Martin, number 16, is that this kid gets loose. He is just lightning fast.
Well, and that's
but they're not going that way.
Here's a pop way up in the air, and again, it is going to be fielded at the 29-yard line by the Waynesville Tigers. And calling for the fair catch that time.
84.
That was Noah Ross. And Ross had to fall on top of the football to make sure that nobody took that thing away from him. So the Waynesville, one time I would like to see the ball kick deep to see what our returners have, but the Camden Lakers, they know a lot. They know better than that.
They've been burnt too many times by kicking it deep to us, with our speed, and that's one thing Waynesville will always have is we will always have speed.
So it looks like the Tigers have brought in a new quarterback, and that is Mike Lewis, a little left-hander. So and here's a snap, and this was a
snap.
Yeah, this was a trick play. Josh Ash was crossing in front of the quarterback when the ball was snapped, and Ash was supposed to catch the ball and take off to the right side, but the ball hit him, and he was not able to take off. Instead, they lost about 3 yards on the play.
Right. It was a direct snap to the guy in motion, and that just didn't work out very well. But I am excited to see Lewis play.
So the sophomore quarterback, Mike Lewis, now in the game. He's a little left-hander. He takes the snap. He rolls to the outside, and he's got some speed. He outruns everybody. Now he gets popped by two Lakers. He is able to hold on to the ball, but he is slow getting up.
And he didn't like that very much.
I don't blame him.
High school football.
Yeah, that's varsity football, buddy. That's a gain of about a half a yard on the play.
Yep.
And he took a licking. But he's still ticking. 13 now for Waynesville. Again, the ball at the 28-yard line. Tim Brecht getting ready to snap it. Michael Lewis back to throw. Here comes everybody. Nice pass, and he fires this right over the top. The pass is caught. 7-yard gain by Jalen Andrews.
Well, that was a nice throw. I mean, doesn't he look like just a little Vic?
Well, he does. I mean, he caught the ball and immediately knew where he wanted to throw and put it on the money.
And he's got a good arm. I mean, he's just got a great motion and a good arm. lots of good, prospect for the Tigers with this kid.
It's going to bring up a 4th down and 4 now for the Waynesville Tigers, and Waynesville's going for it.
Well, why shouldn't they?
On their 36-yard line, 1:33 left to go here in the first half. Lewis back to throw, and he is going to keep it, and he is going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Good tackle that time. Making the play is Marlon Briggs for the Camdenton Lakers.
And
he was all over.
They're going to go for the throat here, too. They're going to try to get a score with 1:28 going to try to get it to 34 or 35, whatever they want to decide to do. But, yeah, I think Camdenton will try to go in. Why wouldn't they? They're on the 27?
Yeah, on the 27-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. And, again, time only 1:28 left to go here in the first half. And, again, 27-0. Lakers have scored on a 5-yard touchdown catch by Wise, 2 20-yard touchdown catches from Nicholas and Ezekiel.
There's a spread look going right into it. Probably going to go a hurry-up 2-minute offense here.
Here is the snap. DeLaurent's back to throw and dumps it over the middle, and that pass is caught, and luckily a touchdown-saving tackle. Eli Griffin catches the ball. He cuts it to the inside, then rolls to right down the middle of the field, and he gets grabbed by the elbow, or not the elbow, but the ankle, and he is wrapped up. But we've got an injured Tiger on the field, and I think that's Will Howell, one of the defensive linemen. He is hobbling off the field.
I thought they were going to give him 10 on that, but they gave him 9. So I'll tell you what, this Camdenton offense is, obviously Jeff has worked on it real hard this summer because for the first week of the season, it's pretty darn efficient.
Yeah, it certainly is. And Cheryl Cawley, the trainer, is helping.
We don't need linemen going off the field.
No, not big ones like Will Howell.
Yeah, according to our defensive line coach, who, I coached with back in 07, he's one of those guys that said, we're just not very, very, very deep at all. And they did give him 10 on that because he does get the first down.
Okay, he does get the first down. That is the 8th first down picked up by the Camdenton Lakers as they brought the sticks out to do a little measuring. 1:22 left to go here in the first half. Lakers on top, 27-0. Camdenton with the football on the Waynesville Tigers, 17. DeLaurent works out of the pistol. Trips to the right, deuces to the left, back to throw, flares one out, and this one is knocked down. Eli Griffin had a look at it. Waynesville Tigers were coming up. That could have been a pick 6.
Yeah, it could have been. And it's a good thing he threw it to his outside on that because I think it was our number 6. It was all over him again, and that could have been very well a pick 6, just like you said, Marv.
Brings up a 2nd down now and 10 for the Lakers.
Look for him to go to the middle in here. Right in here, because that outside's been pretty well covered. They've been having a little more success.
Here's another low snap, and DeLaurent chasing it. Now he'll throw and fire one up. And I can't believe this one is caught, and that is going to go into the end zone. Cooper Ezzard catches his 2nd of the day, and Ezzard caught one from the 20-yard line. This one he'll get, actually he's going to get it marked from the 18, even though the pass was throwing a long way behind the 18-yard line. That was a terrible snap.
It sure was.
Got behind DeLaurent. He picked it up at about the 35, ran backwards about 3 or 4 steps, turned around and threw one right over the top of one of the Waynesville Tigers. Ezra catches it and goes into the end zone.
Yeah, it was just one of those deals. I mean, he just was in the right place at the right time, and he had a blocker out in front of him, and that was the whole deal right there.
So another 18-yard catch. And again, this is the 2nd one for Ezzard. And I would imagine that Lakers are going to go for the 2-point conversion after they come back from the timeout. And I guess we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
When you're feeling hungry, you don't want to mess around with a quarter-pound meat sandwich. Instead, eat one of Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. 8 ounces of thinly sliced, tender roast beef. And if you really want a quarter pound of beef, that's cool. Just eat half of a half-pound roast beef sandwich. Introducing Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. Arby's, we have the meat.
Back here, Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson as we bring you Waynesville Tiger football, and it's not looking good for the hometown orange and black.
Like you said, they're going to go for 2 here. They're in that spread look. one thing about this spread look real quick, is you look at the splits by their line, and that's one of the reasons that they're doing it. And one of the reasons why you run it is just get that split so you can get a good pocket set up. And
De Laurent back to throw. He'll roll to the left-hand side. He's got a little running room, and now he'll tuck it and go. And he goes into the end zone. 2-point is good. And it is 35 to zip. The Lakers on top of the Tigers. Take another break. Kickoff coming up.
Quality and honesty are two values customers want and businesses must have. AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning of Waynesville has those values and offers much more. Locally owned and operated, they're your neighbors with finance options and free estimates so you'll know the cost before they start. AirServe is your comfort company, servicing all brands so you're ready for the season. Call 774-7805. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
There's a new place where all the hipsters are hanging out. It's called the Movie Theater. Smell that? That's popcorn. After you've purchased your ticket, make your way to the air-conditioned theater. Take a seat, relax, and get ready for the feature presentation.
While the urge to go to the movies hasn't changed since the dawn of motion pictures, the experience has.
B&B Theaters is giving away movie tickets and popcorn every single week. Simply subscribe to the B&B Theaters channel on YouTube to stay up on the latest in upcoming releases and movie trivia. Enjoy the magic of the movies only at B&B Theaters.
We're back. Marv Luton, Shane McPherson. It is 35 to nothing. The Lakers on top of the Waynesville Tigers. 1:05 left to go in the first half. And here is the kickoff. And this one is going to be fielded and bobbled by the Waynesville Tigers, but gobbled up by Waynesville at the 30-yard line. A flag on the play. And coming up with that loose football is Ian Williams for Waynesville.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot, and that's on Camington.
No, the ball was fielded right at the 28-yard line, and we have a personal foul on Waynesville. So a personal foul on the Waynesville Tigers. Not sure what it was, but it was right after or right at the play. And so back from the 30-yard line, we'll get marched back to the 15. Another big 15-yard penalty. That is 60 yards in penalties now. Against the Tigers.
It's not the start that we wanted here.
No. 3 turnovers, 60 yards in penalties, only 3 first downs. 1:02 left to go, so it's in the first half. 1st and 10, Imperato back into the game now for the Tigers. Here's a little flare. What a catch! A one-handed grab that time by Jalen Andrews. And now we're going to have a flag. The Lakers are going to get one on the other side of the field for a personal foul. Jalen Andrews caught that ball one-handed and got knocked out of bounds, and there was a little extracurricular activity out of bounds. Now we're going to have a personal foul on the Lakers. So I guess one personal foul deserves another, right?
I would guess so. Yeah, and the thing about it is you can make a hit, but if you come up and start talking smack, you're going to get one in this in high school football, which I think is absolutely correct.
Yes, I agree.
I don't think they need to do this. You know, emotion is big time in this game, but still, yet class is a very important thing.
And you just stop. You gotta nip it in the bud, as Barney would say. Here's a little flare pass to the outside. Pass is caught by the Waynesville Tigers, Dominic Garland, and he will pick up about 4 to 5 yards on the play. Let's see where they mark this thing. Outside the 40, down to around the 42-yard line, and one of the Lakers is down on the field and slow getting up. He's going to have to go out of the game, and that is Andrew Butts.
Let's just not give it up here. We got 37 seconds to go. Maybe we can get a good score. You know, maybe we can get a break and get a score.
Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Imperato along with Butler Lawson in the backfield.
Imperato's back after that series. They probably had a talk with him and settled him down a little bit and going to give him a shot again, and he's been pretty efficient the first 2 throws. Sheen's back as well.
Lawson in the backfield. Imperato, little flare pass to the outside, and again, it is caught by Garland, and Garland is close to a first down. He is going to be, let's see where they mark it. I think one of the referees, they're going to give it to him. First down for the Tigers. Dominique Garland, little flare pass to the outside. Short passes, moving the football. This is what I like to see. And here is a snap, and we are going to have, There's going to be a penalty on the play. Now, did the Tigers snap it quickly, or did the Lakers jump offside?
Well, I don't see anything. Maybe they're going to call it a do-over.
Okay, they're
calling it a do-over.
Yeah, well, basically, I don't think, and nobody was ready.
No.
The Waynesville Tigers wanted to snap the ball, and when they did, the Camdenton Lakers came across, but the referees had not blown the whistle
exactly
to start
right.
play.
Yeah, the referee wasn't ready, so they called it a do-over.
So 2nd and 10 now, or how do we get 2nd and 10? Shouldn't that be 1st and 10? Back to throw is Emperado. He is chased. Here's a screen to Butler. Lawson.
Come on, Shane.
Lawson, he
Come
shakes
on,
one
Shane, get
to the
loose.
50, to the 45, and he steps out of bounds, stopping the clock with 7 seconds left to go.
Gave him 5 on that.
They say he stepped out of bounds at the 48-yard line. So, we're moving the ball. That is the good news. This is a good sign that the Tigers are actually moving the football.
Right. And the defense is told right now, just keep him in front and keep him out of the end zone. But at the same time, we're getting some confidence by moving the ball.
3rd and about 6 now, long 5, if you will. Emperado works out of the pistol, catches one, rolls to the outside, throws a little flare pass. This is caught.
That's 1st down.
That's another 1st down for the Tigers. That is Jalen Andrews on the catch. That is their 5th 1st down. Again, there's only 2 seconds left on the clock, so the Tigers are going to have to snap it quickly and get rid of it. Back to throw is Emperado. Throws it down the field. The pass is picked off by the Camdenton Lakers as time expires here in the 1st half. But that'll still go down as another turnover for the Tigers. 3 fumbles and an interception. It is halftime. It's 35-0. The Lakers on top of the Waynesville Tigers. Our game being brought to you by Air Serv Heating and Cooling, your comfort company, locally owned and operated, serving Waynesville and all surrounding areas, as well as the Sellers Sexton Auto Group, Lincoln Mazda in St. Robert. Again, Sellers Sexton, $25 to the Waynesville Athletic Department for every touchdown. So far, the Tigers have not cost Sellers Sexton any money here in this contest, but they're working at it. We'll be back with your halftime show in a moment.
King Auto Glass, certified pros working hard for you. We'll fix it right, we'll come to you free, and we'll give you a lifetime guarantee. We've been around for 3 generations, doing our best work every day. Auto Glass is our only business,
Not a sideline.
King Auto Glass.
I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be, when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Alford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes in both single-family and townhome styles. Located at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, our residents enjoy a secure and comfortable hometown environment with the convenience of 24-hour maintenance, lawn care services, and community events. For more information, call Balfour Beatty today at 573-329-1013.
Colleges are notorious for charging fees, application fees, book fees, technology fees, graduation fees. Well, you get the point. At Columbia College, we came up with a better way. No fees, no book costs, and no surprises. That's the truth. We call it Truition. Learn more at fortwood.ccis.edu. That's fortwood.ccis.edu.
Oh, yes, a boo. Look at your little puppy. You're so cute. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, yes, boop, boop.
Language spoken only by those who are crazy about their pets.
Yes, a boo. What have always? Yes, you're the one. You are always the one, the cutest little thing in the whole woo.
Bark Street Grooming, located at 1046 Osage Beach Road, has over 27 years experience.
Do you want to go outside? You want to go outside do business? Let's go outside do business.
Bark Street Grooming, where your pooch will always be styled with love.
Whether you're remodeling or building a home, visit Meeks Builder's Choice in St. Robert. Meeks Building Choice knows the building business and will supply you with a quality lumber selection, special contractor services, custom wood products, and a huge remodeling section at everyday low prices. At Meeks Builder's Choice, there's no job too small or too big. Stop in and see the professionals at Meeks Builder's Choice today. Meeks Builder's Choice, located at 103 McKinnon Street in St. Robert.
Clark Tire Company is family-owned since 1949. They started small, but with great work ethics and quality customer service, Clark Tire has expanded over the years. There's 10 retail tire and auto repair stores, 2 auto parts stores, and a distribution center serving Central and North Missouri. Clark Tire carries all the top brands of tires from lawn and garden, passenger, SUV, tractor, ATV, and industrial. And now Clark Tire Company is your Midwest dealer of Yokohama. Clark Tire Company, where you're treated like a neighbor.
Back here at halftime, it is the Lakers 35, the Waynesville Tigers zip, as the Lakers actually have scored 3 touchdowns on 3 miscues by the Waynesville Tigers. On their 3 fumbles, the Lakers have cashed in on each one with 10-10 in the opening quarter. The Tigers, after giving the football up on a fumble, Wise went into the end zone from the 5-yard line for a touchdown, and that made the score 7-0 after the extra point was good. Then after another fumble, Nicholas caught a 20-yard pass from the quarterback, DeLaurent, made it 14-0. That was 3:12 left to go in the opening quarter. And then with 1:38, after another fumble by the Tigers, Ezzard makes the first of his 2 touchdowns. 20-yard strike made it 21-0. And then 2 touchdowns in the second quarter, one by Griffin on a 3-yard run, and then the 18-yard catch by Ezzard. That was pretty much a broken play as the ball went underneath the quarterback's hands. He rolled him. The ball was at the 18-yard line.
Right.
Went all the way back to the 35. He picked the ball up, went back 4 steps, turned around, and slung it down the field, hoping one of his teammates would grab it. And by golly, Ezzard was there. And he hauls it in, and old number 21, Cooper Ezzard, hustles into the end zone as the 6'3", and I think when they say 6'3", I think they give him about 3 inches.
I would say
or
so.
maybe 4. He didn't look like he's 6'3", but anyway, he catches the ball, goes into the end zone, and then they hit the 2-point conversion, and that's where we stand, 35-0. Again, the Tigers 3 fumbles in the first half, all cashed in by the Lakers, and then the interception at the end of the first half as the Tigers were going down the field deep.
Right. Well, on the runs, for us, not a whole lot of good numbers here. We ran the ball 13 times for -5 yards. We passed the ball. Emperado was 12 for 17 in the first half for 66 yards and 1 pick. Lewis was 1 for 2 for 7 yards. Now on the other side, Camden, that wasn't going to run the ball much and certainly hasn't. They had 5 runs for 26 yards. They passing now, they were pretty efficient. 30 attempts, 21 complete for 193. We had a total of 61 yards. They had a total of 216. That tells a 35-0 score right there.
Certainly does. We'll take another break. Hear from some of our fine sponsors. We're coming right back.
Our Women's Health and Maternity Services family is growing. Phelps County Regional Medical Center is proud to welcome gynecologist Nathan Ratchford and obstetrics and gynecology physician Wes Harden to the PCRMC Medical Group. Doctors Ratchford and Harden will begin seeing patients this summer in the PCRMC Women's Health Center and Maternity Services. To learn more or to make an appointment, please visit pcrmc.com or call 426-2229. Phelps County Regional Medical Center, our family caring for yours.
At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge in St. Robert, we're here to serve you with outstanding sales and service. Whatever your preference, Chrysler Jeep Dodge, along with access to Ford and Chevrolet, all under one roof. At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, you'll also find the area's largest stock of used vehicles with over 300 to choose from, all clearly marked on windshields and online. See for yourself with a visit to Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 909 Missouri Avenue, St. Robert, or online at lindsay-dodge-chrysler.com.
It's the place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Mike Anthony, your Shelter Insurance agent in Waynesville.
Stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Mailbox It of St. Robert is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Their team of dedicated, professionally trained experts understands the meaning of superstar customer care. They focus on saving you time and money by ensuring you get the right products and services at the right price. They can pack and ship almost anything to almost anywhere in the world. But shipping is only one way they can help make your life easier. They are also St. Robert's premier copy, print, and document service center. Large or small, black and white or color, it can be printed. Mailbox It can handle it. Mailbox It, one-stop shop for dozens of business products and services that will allow you to do what you're good at while they take care of the other stuff you need to succeed. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Our Women's Health and Maternity Services family is growing. Phelps County Regional Medical Center is proud to welcome gynecologist Nathan Ratchford and obstetrics and gynecology physician Wes Harden to the PCRMC Medical Group. Doctors Ratchford and Harden will begin seeing patients this summer in the PCRMC Women's Health Center and Maternity Services. To learn more or to make an appointment, please visit pcrmc.com or call 426-2229. Phelps County Regional Medical Center, our family caring for yours.
Back here at halftime, Marv Luton along with my partner Shane McPherson, where it is 35-0, the Camdenton Lakers on top of the Waynesville Tigers. Tigers 60 yards in penalties. The Lakers not far behind with 45. We've had 2 personal foul calls in this contest, which when Camdenton and Waynesville gets together, that's probably not too bad as long as we can just keep it at maybe 1 personal foul call per half. And so, you know, nobody ever wants to have a personal foul, but every once in a while, I won't say tempers get flared up, but excitement takes over, and sometimes you get a late hit out of bounds, and that was one of the calls by Camdenton, and we had one of the personal fouls against the Waynesville Tigers, and it might have been for maybe saying something a little jawing after a play, which, like Shane said earlier, that you can't do that. You shouldn't do it in college. You shouldn't do it in the pros, but they're going to do that anyway. In high school, certainly forbidden. This is not the only thing going on here at Waynesville this evening down there at Slaughter Field, and we can see the lights down at Slaughter Field from here. The Waynesville Soccer Tigers are hosting Republic. That game was supposed to be played at the Anderson Soccer Field at Tiger Pride Park, but Mother Nature dumped a little rain on the field, so they moved it over to the plastic grass. The Waynesville Tiger softball team, the Lady Tigers, they are at the Sullivan Back to School Classic. Started that this morning, and hopefully they got some of their games in. They were supposed to play 3 today, but the rain that passed through here was headed towards Sullivan. So whether or not they got all that in or not remains to be seen. The the volleyball team, they are playing. They are in Springfield, taking on the Glendale Lady Falcons in their first match of the season. Coming up on Monday, the JV football Tigers will be at Camdenton, while the freshmen will play right here at Tiger Stadium. Again, it is 35-0 with unless the Tigers can do something by the fourth quarter and keep the Lakers off the board, we're going to have the mercy clock running in the fourth quarter. The Waynesville Tigers, again, at the very end of the first half, started to show some movement with their offense and started to generate some first downs. They've had 5 first downs in the contest, 8 for the Lakers. And again, the Lakers up by the score of 35-0. Second half is right around the corner.
Athletes, if you want to make sure that you perform this season at 100%, then call Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville. Their sports well care program is only $45 per month, and that's up to 12 visits each month. Dr. Shane and Dr. Tabby Ogle will make sure everything is in alignment and treat any issue you have before the big game. Ogle Chiropractic offers sports and school physicals, electrical muscle stimulation, and treatments for sports injuries. Ogle Chiropractic is dedicated to providing Waynesville and the surrounding communities with the best possible chiropractic care available. Stop by today or call 774-4177. Ogle Chiropractic, a proud supporter of Waynesville Athletics.
There's a new place where all the hipsters are hanging out. It's called the movie theater. Smell that? That's popcorn. After you've purchased your ticket, make your way to the air-conditioned theater. Take a seat, relax, and get ready for the feature presentation.
While the urge to go to the movies hasn't changed since the dawn of motion pictures, the experience has.
B&B Theaters is giving away movie tickets and popcorn every single week. Simply subscribe to the B&B Theaters channel on YouTube to stay up on the latest in upcoming releases and movie trivia. Enjoy the magic of the movies only at B&B Theaters.
Real estate made easy with Team Ellis at RE/MAX. Lisa Ellis has been selling real estate in the Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Wood area for 16 years. She knows the area as well as anyone in real estate, and with the revolving doors in a military market, Team Ellis at RE/MAX stays on top of their game, and that in turn helps you out, the buyer or seller. Contact Team Ellis at 320 Eichert Avenue, Suite T in the Town Field Plaza behind McDonald's in Waynesville. Call the office at 774-2653 or her cell at 528-4353. Lisa Ellis, your RE/MAX professional realtor.
It's the place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Mike Anthony, your Shelter Insurance agent in Waynesville.
Stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
The sport utility market is hot, and you too can get into your favorite Ford SUV or crossover today with great savings during the All-American Sales Event. Get up to $4,500 in rebates on new Ford Escapes and Explorers. Check out the all-new Ford EcoSport with up to $3,500 in rebate. And Ford salutes our military members, police, fire, rescue, and first responders with $1,000 in additional savings. There's huge seller section discounts. Shop us online at sellersection.com, and remember, Seller Section sells satisfaction.
We're back here, Marv Luton, along with Shane McPherson, as we get ready for the second half. Both teams have made it back out on the field, and doing their warm-ups. Well, Mr. Defensive Coach,
Yes,
what do the Tigers have to do to stop this Laker passing attack?
Well, you know, it's pretty efficient. Our heads are down a little bit. We've got to make something happen really early in this third quarter for things to start happening in a good way. Need a big break, big play, something like that. You know, last year and the year before, every once in a while we'd have that spurt of like 14, 21 points that we come and get. And boy, we need something like that now. I don't think that as efficient as the Camden Lakers are, that they're going to make a whole lot of mistakes. But if they are going to make mistakes, it's going to be early in the season like this. The one good thing about what we're seeing right now is they came back out on the field and they didn't have their heads way, way down. They're back into it. You know, it's a good thing. Unfortunately, you never get used to losing, but they have fight, and that's a big deal. And Camden kind of came back on the field with a little bit of swagger, like you'd expect them to have, and got loose, and we'll just see what happens in this second half. But for us to have any chance at all, we've got to get a good start.
Well, unfortunately, we're going to be kicking the ball away to the Lakers. So we will see our first attempt at a kickoff because we got the ball kicked to us, and we haven't been able to kick it off since. We've seen Aaron Choi punt the ball. Aaron Choi, I believe, at least he was the kicker last year and did a pretty good job. One thing I did like about it at the very end of the second half, the Tigers showed they have been able to move the ball.
Right. You know, it was with the short pops and stuff like that, getting the ball from the center, looking right away. And, you know, even though the Camden was in kind of a prevent type deal where they're just going to keep everything in front, we've still got to execute, and we did.
So the Tigers, again, will be kicking off to the Lakers. And, again, as I said earlier, if Waynesville doesn't do something say by the third quarter, at least put some points on the board. We're going to have a running clock in the fourth quarter, and I'm sure the Kickapoo Chiefs are here.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least they've got some kind of scouts here watching this game because they're going to have to play Camdenton down the road as well, and that's where we go next Friday night is to Kickapoo.
Well, Marv, the game has changed so much that even though if they've got some guys here looking at personnel and stuff, with the video and everything that it is with this new huddle system, I mean, the game is broken down for these coaches at the end of the game as far as offense and defense. They're getting reports where we don't, I used to have to travel, maybe 100 miles to give the guys the other tapes where you don't have to do that anymore. And these guys are getting information just as it comes, even as the plays develop. And, for Kickapoo, I'm sure they're here looking at some stuff. But have we ever known Camdenton to let up?
No.
And I don't think that they will tonight. And I know that they remember, as we've talked to many people from the Camdenton area, that will never, ever forget that year that we did beat them twice in a row, and that year that we did win the state championship, and we pretty much beat them up that night and pretty much owned them. And I think that made a major difference to them, and I don't think they'll ever take anybody lightly. And let's get down to it. They have to see the perennial power every year in Webb City. So anything that they can do to try to get themselves up for a game like that is only going to help them. So you're going to see I don't think you're going to see them slow down at all this half. I think, in fact, you'll see maybe even a little more intensity, especially in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Joplin, they dropped out of our conference. Right. They got into the Central Ozark Conference. Guess who's in that conference?
Right,
Webb City.
Yeah, and then Webb City has
Why would you want to do that?
I don't have any idea, but, then Webb City has a great opening game with Carl Junction.
Yeah.
And that's just like a mini semifinal right there already. So, there's the way that like you said, the conferences make up the schedules every year, and this year was no different. And boy, everybody seems to have some tough matchups right off the bat. And I wouldn't say that the matchups are less than that, because the more pressure as you get towards the end of the season, the more that there is. But, man, you've got to be on your game right away when you come out here this season for sure.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Eli Griffin on one side of the field, Gabe Kurtz on the other for the Camdenton Lakers. Aaron Choi gets ready to boot the ball away as we begin the second half of this football game, and it is a line drive, and it will go over the head of Griffin, picked up right at the 1 yard line, and he is going to be grabbed and thrown down at the 15, and I think that was A.J. Martin who came across there. Again, like you said, the speed of Martin, he was down the field quickly. Where's number 16? And he was hustling all the way, and that's a good stop on the return. You hold him inside the 20-yard line.
Fast and big. That's a pretty good combination.
You bet. Well, coming out again, breaking huddle is going to be their quarterback.
Yep.
And again, he's a good one, Paxton De Laurent.
Same set, and like we said, here they come again. So we'll see. Trips to the left.
2 to the right, out of the shotgun formation. De Laurent back to throw. He's got time. Down the middle, he fires this thing. The pass is caught at the 44-yard line, and making the catch was Gabe Kurtz. Again, he timed that leap just perfectly up in the air. They spot this at the 45, first down for the Lakers.
Right off the bat, a 27-yard throw, and put it right on the money.
And Kurtz was waiting for it. Again, he turned around and leaped up in the air, and the Tigers couldn't get there first.
Right.
Trips to the right this time. Deuces left. Here they go. Back to throw. De Laurent. Ball is swatted at the line of scrimmage by one of the Waynesville Tigers. I'm not sure who got their hand up there in the air on that. And of course, one of the defensive linemen. That might have very well been Jacob York.
Yeah, and, that was one of those deals where he tried to throw it underneath, and it just didn't work for him there.
So second down now and 10 for the Lakers. Trips right, Deuces left this time. De Laurent back to throw, penalty flag on the play,
Good
and
play
a good play that time by the Waynesville Tigers. And again, that is A.J. Martin on the pop. The pass intended for Jace Nichols, and he was tattooed. We've got a holding penalty on the Camdenton Lakers. That's going to back them up 10. Oh, let's see where the holding penalty occurred. If it was at the line of scrimmage, they'll mark it from the 45 back to the 35.
Seems to be. That's where the umpire's standing, so I'm thinking they're doing it from the line of scrimmage. So we're going to go a 2nd and 20.
We're going to bring the ball back to the 35-yard line. So you're right, making a 2nd down now and 20. Last year, the Lakers defeated the Waynesville Tigers 28-7. That was at the Lake. This one looks like it's going to be a little bit more lopsided. And here's a screen pass that is dropped,
play.
and a good play that time by the Waynesville Tigers. And now, who was it? That is Lathan Wise wanted a penalty on the play. He caught the ball, dropped the ball. Pass was incomplete, and he got popped by one of the Waynesville Tigers. And I think that was Josh Linkos.
I believe it was. And
number 28.
He didn't like it very much, but that was a good clean hit.
Yeah, he didn't slaughter him. He just kind of bumped into him.
Yeah.
And knocked him down. Again, 3rd and 20. And here is defense being chased, and they've got him. They have got him back at the 15-yard line.
How about that?
A.J. Martin on the blitz for the Waynesville Tigers.
Came off on that corner blitz. Made a big deal.
That was a lockdown play cover 0, wasn't it, Coach?
Yeah, it was. Well, it had to have been, because when the corner comes off like that, that means the safety's got to come over. And, of course, they're going to use their quarterback, Camden is, for their punter this year, which is definitely a weapon.
This is 4th down and 40. And the ball is kicked up in the air. It is not a good kick, but it gets a good Camdenton bounce.
Sure did.
And that ball will go back if the ball is going to be put in play right at the 44-yard line. That would have been a 1st down for the Lakers, but unfortunately they had to kick it to the 44 rather than throw it. So Waynesville will take over on downs here actually after the punt. 1st and 10, best field position for the Tigers after a series we've had in this contest.
And the good thing about it is that was the first 3 and out for the Tigers all night too. You know, it was just 3 plays and out, and that's a good sign to start the second half for sure. Now we need to get a quick score.
I think we just need to move the ball.
Okay, I'll take that as well.
Get us a couple of 1st downs, and if we get a score out of that, just show this team, have a little confidence that we can move this football. Trips to the left. 1 to the right. Imperato back to throw, and this thing is batted back. Coming out of nowhere was Mason Kinney. Leaped up in the air and swatted that ball back. It looked like a spike in a volleyball game.
Yeah, it sure did.
So that'll go incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers.
Well, you teach your defensive your defensive linemen to get their hands up when that guy goes into throwing motion. And both the Tigers and the Camden Lakers have done that tonight. And we've both gotten some swats on both sides of the ball.
2nd and 10 now. Getting ball at the Laker 40, actually the Waynesville Tiger 44-yard line. Imperato again works out of the shotgun. Sheen Butler Lawson to his left. Little flare pass over the middle, but we're going to have a flag.
It before it happened. I think that's probably going to be on us.
Yeah,
it looked like Imperato kind of took a false step there. I don't really know. Yeah, that's going to be what
illegal motion by the Waynesville Tigers. So a 5-yard penalty. That is 65 yards in penalties now for the Tigers.
That kind of stuff just can't happen, Marv.
No, that'll march them back.
Even though it's the first game of the season, you're kind of figuring that kind of stuff is going to happen. It certainly can't happen when you're down 35-0.
Well, it certainly doesn't make for any kind of consistency on offense, and that is something that the Tigers are needing desperately right now. A little consistency on offense gives them a little bit better shot at some kind of confidence.
Right.
And I don't think they have a lot of confidence in their offense right now.
Not right now, they don't.
And they shouldn't have when you take a look at the stats, because they're not very good. And now we've got movement on the line of scrimmage. And again, jumping offside this time is Sergio Carrillo. And it'll move him back another 5 yards.
This is not the time we need to get sloppy, but we are just a little bit. Maybe, that first game, maybe we're running out of legs a little bit, all that kind of stuff, I mean, you talk about game shape and how long it takes to get them in game shape. You want them in game shape that first game, of course, but, we're playing under Friday night under the lights. It certainly does take a week or two.
I'll tell you what, I think Carrillo knew he had a post pattern going. There was no defender back there. He wanted to outrun everybody.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
He just took off a little too soon. So it's 2nd down now and 20 for the Waynesville Tigers. Imperato back to throw, works out of the gun. He has a little time. He rolls out to the outside, throws a little pass, and he just dumps it right in front of him, threw that into the dirt. Right, it was near Carrillo, so it's not going to go down as intentional grounding. He was out of the pocket, but it goes for an incomplete pass, brings up a 3rd and 20 now.
Right. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a little screen to Sheen here, maybe in the middle, off to the side somewhere. Something efficient, something short. Don't make a mistake, give them the ball back too quick, or maybe we might go for it all.
Trips to the right, man in motion, hand off to Butler Lawson. He goes to the outside. 1, 2, 3 Lakers converge on him. Man in motion was Michael Cassidy.
He got back. He got to the 34, so he did not make a gain.
No, he gets stuck at the line of scrimmage, or actually dumped out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 4th down now and 20 for the Tigers, and that will bring in Aaron Choi, the punter for Waynesville. And going back deep for the Lakers is Gabe Kurtz. He'll stand right around his 35-yard line.
Kurtz has been kind of their go-to guy. Obviously, he's their hands this year. Of course, you know, he did drop those 3 in the first half, but he is kind of the guy that they look to maybe create. He kicked it right to him.
Good kick over the head of Kurtz.
12.
And this thing is going toward the end zone, and it is going to be stopped. Oh,
no, he had to call it in there.
Oh, that thing, I thought they were going to knock it back at the 2-yard line, but sliding into the end zone with the ball. And I'm not sure who that is. I think that's, is that Andrews? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's down there making his case for it. He said, the ball is outside the goal line. He goes, your hands are on it, and your body.
Yeah. Not when your body's
inside.
That's right.
So this will come out to the 20. That was almost an outstanding play by the Waynesville Tigers.
For sure.
Yeah, certainly was.
Effort.
I said that was Andrews. I think that was Desmond Dawkins, number 6. So that's good news that Dawkins is back in the contest.
Yeah, it certainly is.
And I do see Will Howell. He's over here on the sideline. Where's number 78? He is standing over there, and he doesn't have he doesn't have a brace on his knee.
No.
Because he came off the field. He was helped off the field by the trainer, Cheryl Cawley.
But I wouldn't, he's kind of back towards that, that far line back there, which means probably, I'm guessing that he might be done for the night.
He might be. Maybe they don't want to take any chances. It might be a sprain. So they, like you said, not taking any chances. So the Lakers are going to take it over 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line up on top, 35-0, 4:19 left to go here in the 3rd. Back to throw, DeLorenz ran across the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Good defense that time by the Waynesville Tigers. Again, the defender, that was Kevin Poinsett. He was all over the receiver for the Camdenton Lakers, and I believe that was Dylan Tufts.
Well, so far the efficiency out of the Camdenton hasn't been as efficient. He's 1 for 5 so far. Our defensive secondary has been playing a lot better this second half so far.
Back to snap again. DeLorenz throws over the middle, and the ball is knocked down. A good stop or a good tackle that time by Michael Cassidy. The ball caught high up in the air by the Laker receiver. And I didn't get a number on which one of the receivers came down with that because I couldn't pick up his number because Cassidy was all over him.
Right. But that was for -2 right there. So we got 3rd and 12 right in the middle of the field.
DeLorenz works out of the shotgun, fires over to the outside, passes incomplete. I think that time that was intended for Andrew Butts. Andrew heard some pitter-patter of some feet coming his way, and he decided not to go after that ball because he was about ready to get licked.
Right. And he threw it out in front of him. He was looking for it off of his back shoulder, and it never showed up. And once it gets out in front of you like that, he heard the footsteps, and he was all done.
You bet. 4th and 12 now. Lakers will punt the ball away to the Waynesville Tigers. And and the quarterback keeper, and now he's going to kick it off a rugby-style kick.
Smart.
And he'll kick it out of bounds. And let's see where this thing goes out of bounds. It was, okay, they're going to mark it back at the 45. Now they're going to walk it back the other way, probably to about the 43-yard line is where they're going to put it.
Yep.
So that's the 43-yard line of Camdenton. So the Waynesville Tigers have some pretty decent field position. They are in Camdenton territory.
Well, that's what you can do when your quarterback's your punter. You can go with that rugby-style look, and it does give your your special team a time to get down there and cover it. It just didn't work out. He kicked it out too far out of bounds, and we've got pretty good field position right here.
Certainly do at the 42-yard line for Waynesville. 2:39 left to go here in the third quarter. Again, Tigers trailing 35-0 in this contest. If they don't get something going by the fourth, we've got our mercy clock running. So again, working up under center is Aaron Imperato. In the backfield is Andrews, and he is going to get wrapped up and throwing down. That is Anderson. I'm sorry, Deron Anderson, not Andrews.
And that's for a loss of 9 right there.
When they had Dominique Garland in their number 22,
yeah,
for a short period of time, right at the end of the second quarter,
right.
I was liking what I saw out of Dominique.
Well, it was east and west. When you're trying to run it outside and your offensive line is just getting that one pop on them and not a drive block, you're going to run into some problems, and they're getting that one block, and then their defensive line is swimming over the top or ripping through and getting in the backfield and stopping us pretty quickly.
2nd and 17 now for the Tigers. Ball back at midfield. And Imperato fakes the handoff, rolls to the outside, looks downfield, throws it, and the ball is, over the head of the intended receiver, but I don't think that was the intended receiver. I think Bledsoe was the one that was intended for that, but he was just a couple of yards shy.
I would agree with that.
So yeah, he was Bledsoe was he was streaking right around the 10-yard line when that ball came down. I think that's who it was intended for. Unfortunately, it goes incomplete, and that brings up a 3rd down and 17 now for the Tigers.
Well, you would have called that an old-fashioned floater. I think he meant to throw that a little bit short, but he just got a little float on it and kind of caught air and got over the top of it.
Okay, well, it looked like it might have been intended for you. If Bledsoe would have caught it, you would have said, what a great play. Here's a little flare pass to the outside, and this one goes into the hands of Dominique Garland. He catches the ball, turns around, and there were the Lakers.
Right. And
1, 2, 3 of them.
Well played by the Lakers right there. They saw that screen coming, and boy, they read it, and it was a pretty good dang foreign tackle right there.
Yeah. Another loss of 5 on the play brings up a 4th down now and 22.
And we're going for it.
Aaron Choi stands on the sideline. So with 20 seconds left to go here in the third, this third quarter has moved along rather rapidly.
It sure has. Wow, look at that.
Yeah. And back to throw is Imperato. Little screen pass, and he overthrows Sheen Butler-Lawson.
He sure did. And we're going to have a taken over on downs by Camdenton.
So that is going to be the end of the third quarter. We have quarter number 4 coming up when we come back.
Camdenton Recycling Center has been serving the Lake of the Ozarks and all of central Missouri since 1988. Turn trash into cash with everything metal, scrap, copper, aluminum cans, extruded aluminum, batteries, old cars. Clean up your property and make money at the same time. Camdenton Recycling Center, 69 Ballpark Road in Camdenton. Online at CamdentonRecycling.com or call for quotes at 573-346-6224.
This is Becky from Alamo Arms in Montreal. We're stocking dealers for Savage, Springfield, Benelli, and Henry, just to name a few. What's as American as Friday Night Football? Guns and ammo. We have a wide variety of new and used firearms, scopes, ammo, and reloading supplies. You'll find our helpful salespeople Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4. Whether you need something for hunting, target shooting, home defense, or those hard-to-find reloading components. Even if you're not from Laker Nation, you're always welcome at the Alamo. If you want to buy, sell, or trade, remember the Alamo, next to the post office in Montreal.
Make plans for the V. Lakeway VFW Post 3168 on the South Outer Road at exit 150 off I-44. A proud supporter of the Lakeway area and the Lakeway youth. The Post is open 7 days a week. Not only will you meet your friends for some refreshments and catching up on the day's activities, there's karaoke, selected nights for bingo, and don't forget their free senior citizens dinner at 12 noon the last Friday of every month. Check out sports on the several TVs. Every day is a good day at the V.
Get rid of it.
We're back, and going back to throw is D. Laurent. He is chased and finally throws
it.
He avoided 1, 2, 3, 4 Waynesville Tigers in the backfield. Finally was able to connect to one of his receivers, Eli Griffin. The pass was thrown well behind the line of scrimmage and caught behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 4 on the play, but still a completed pass.
Well, it was a loss of 20, and, he still had enough premise to go ahead and get it out.
And here's Griffin again, who catches one, and he is going to be popped, but he is going to get some good yardage on the play. He will not only pick up the yards lost, but he'll get a lot more. This thing goes all the way down to the 36-yard line before he is brought down by one of the Waynesville Tigers. Brings up a 3rd and short now.
Well, I think he gave more than he got on that one. He certainly loaded his shoulder and got an extra 3 yards.
So 3rd down now and about 3. DeLorenzo across the middle. The pass is caught. Again, that is Eli Griffin. Another catch, and that is going to be enough for another 1st down for the Camdenton Lakers. So they'll move the sticks. That is 10 first downs here into this contest as the time just ticks away on the clock. They don't stop it except for timeouts.
Right.
And injuries. Again, 1st and 10 for the Lakers. Here's the snap. Back to throw. DeLorenz throws this thing down the field. He's got a man open, and we're going to have no pass interference on the play. And that's good. That's a good non-call.
It was a good non-call.
Because, it was kind of like the same we had down there at the other end of the end zone.
Sure.
When we got called for the pass interference. Both people are going for the ball, and both have the opportunity to go for the ball. That time, Waynesville, again, that was a little bit overthrown, so maybe one of the reasons we didn't get called for a pass interference on that.
Well, they both had good position.
You're right. 2nd down now and 10. DeLorenz back to throw out of the gun. And again, he throws this across the middle. Good tackle that time by the Waynesville Tigers. Making the play is Desmond Dawkins on the receiver,
6.
Cash Colton. Colton caught the ball, and Dawkins put the hit on him. Makes it 3rd and 5 now for the Camdenton Lakers. Ball at the 27-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. Again, working out of the shotgun, about 7 yards behind the center. Here's a little pass out to the flat. Good block, and into the end zone. All alone, untouched, is Dylan Tufts. That pass, again, out into the flats, but Tufts caught the ball, and what a dandy little move he made.
And got 2 real good blocks by his receivers, too. He really did. He came inside, and then he darted back outside, and it was just a good overall play by the Lakers right there.
So with 9:05 left to go here in the 4th quarter, Tufts goes in from the 27, and it is 41-0 at this point in time with the extra point attempt. Getting ready to be kicked by the left-footed kicker, Luke Galbraith. Referees say, let's play, and the kick is up, and it is good. So the extra point, good, makes it 42 to zip, and we'll take a break. We'll be back in just a moment. We have the kickoff coming up next.
Attention athletes. If you want to make sure that you perform this season at 100%, then call Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville. Their sports well care program is only $45 per month, and that's up to 12 visits each month. Dr. Shane and Dr. Tabby Ogle will make sure everything is in alignment and treat any issue you have before the big game. Ogle Chiropractic offers sports and school physicals, electrical muscle stimulation, and treatments for sports injuries. Ogle Chiropractic is dedicated to providing Waynesville and the surrounding communities with the best possible chiropractic care available. Stop by today or call 774-4177. Ogle Chiropractic, a proud supporter of Waynesville Athletics. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
A.J. Martin and Cameron Cavalier deep for the Waynesville Tigers, and Galbraith launches one down the field. It's going to be fielded at the 1-yard line by Martin, and he cuts it up the middle, and he is going to be dropped at the 20-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 19, where his knee went down before he fell forward. So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Well, Marv, I just got to say, tonight we're in a different spot. And, boy, Mike Rawlings and Matt Johnson are just having a good time over here. And it's really just kind of making us laugh every once in a while. Listening to them and making us laugh about this, And they're really having a good time doing a great job for Tiger TV. Excuse me.
Well, I'm glad they're having a good time because this has not been a lot of fun to watch this Tiger team. But Michael Lewis is back in the game now for the Tigers, a left-handed quarterback. The ball it hits his knee and falls on the ground, recovered by the Camden Lakers. That is the 4th turnover for the Waynesville Tigers. That was a good snap, and I don't know whether Lewis wasn't ready for it or whether he was looking someplace else, but the ball hit him right in the knee, went straight down. The Lakers jumped on top of it, and Camden will have the ball deep in Tiger territory again with about, we've got 6.5 minutes. We do have the clock stopped.
Well, on a change of possession like that, they're going to stop it because a penalty.
We got a penalty. That's what it is. We've got illegal procedure
on
the Waynesville Tigers. So that might have been the best illegal procedure penalty we have had all year long, or well, at least all game long, and we've had several of them, but this illegal procedure penalty gets the ball back to the Waynesville Tigers, and we'll get a chance to see Mike Lewis again.
Well, we've been looking forward to seeing Lewis, and hopefully he could get something done. He certainly did against Rolla last week.
Again, he's a little left-handed gunslinger. He drops back, rolls to the outside. He's got some speed, and now he throws the ball and makes a completed pass. What a great pass. And on the run, left-handed, Sergio Carrillo catches the thing at the 25-yard line, and Carrillo makes his way out of bounds at the 35. That is going to be a first down for the Waynesville Tigers. Let's move the sticks.
And a gain of 19, and that was just a good rollout, opposite side of his arm. Threw a really good pinpointed ball, and the receiver made a good adjustment and got an extra 10.
Right, he's rolling to his right, and he's a left-handed quarterback. That's a tough pass to make, but he made it look good. Here's a snap over Lewis's head. He won't be able to pick it up. The ball is loose, and the Camden Lakers will have it at the 14-yard line. So there is the fumble back again on a bad snap.
Well, that was short-lived, but I was anxious to see Lewis work a little bit, but he had no chance at all to get that ball.
No, not at all.
4 or 5 feet above his head. He just had no chance.
We have certainly seen some bad snaps here. That was really only one of the first bad snaps that the Tigers have had all night long. The Lakers, on the other hand, they've had 4 or 5 bad snaps that's cost them some yardage, but they've been able to make it back up.
Right. Well, now I guess it looks to me like we're going to see a whole new crew in here for Camden. And probably quite a bit of new crew here for us, too.
Yeah, we have called. There's been a timeout called on the field. That'll give us a chance to hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Notorious for charging fees, application fees, book fees, technology fees, graduation fees. Well, you get the point. At Columbia College, we came up with a better way. No fees, no book costs, and no surprises. That's the truth. We call it Truition. Learn more at fortwood.ccis.edu. That's fortwood.ccis.edu.
I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be, when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Alford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes in both single-family and townhome styles. Located in Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, our residents enjoy a secure and comfortable hometown environment with the convenience of 24-hour maintenance, lawn care services, and community events. For more information, call Balfour Beatty today at 573-329-1013.
Incomplete pass by the Camden Lakers, and Michael Cassidy on the hit after the ball went in and out of the hands of the receiver, and Cassidy dropped him. I thought he might get a penalty for that, but referees kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt. He did get up over the top of him, didn't hurt him.
He is intense.
And here's again the quarterback. We've got a new quarterback in the game for the Camden Lakers. That is Mason Draper. He takes a quarterback draw, goes up the middle, gets inside the 5-yard line before he's tackled at the 3. And that is enough for, let's see where they spot the football. They say he is back at the 5. Are they going to give? No, it's going to be short of the first down.
Right. I mean, barely.
I'm thinking that was a first down all the way. Now we're gonna stop the clock with 4:23 left to go. Are we going to try to measure this?
Well,
they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, I think
they're just going to drop it. So, I mean, that looked like a first down all the way from up here.
Well, like you said, it looked like it was at the 3, but...
Here is the snap, and again, the quarterback now, he decides to throw the ball in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And again, that was Garrett Stamper. Stamper's dropped a few of them here. That one, however, that was a pretty tough catch. He had to bend all the way down to the ground, tried to scoop that thing up, and when he did get it, the ball just came out of his hands as he came up.
Right, and, you know, I'd imagine that kid will be catching the ball quite a bit this week.
You bet.
Or attempting to.
Yeah. Here's a snap. It's back to Draper, and he throws it into the end zone. The pass is complete for a touchdown as the Lakers strike again over the Waynesville Tigers. And coming up with a football that time is Cooper Ezzert. That is his 3rd touchdown catch.
Well, we got 3:23 and the clock's running. So... let's get out of here without any injuries tonight, right now.
Oh, yeah. That was a 5-yard touchdown. Ezra, that's another catch. The Camdenton Lakers have, let's see, of their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 TDs, 6 of them have been through the air. 1 on the ground. Extra point is up, and it is good. And the Camdenton Lakers lead this by the score now of 48. They'll make it 49. 49 to zip over the Waynesville Tigers. And we'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment.
Camdenton Recycling Center has been serving the Lake of the Ozarks and all of central Missouri since 1988. Turn trash into cash with everything metal, scrap, copper, aluminum cans, extruded aluminum, batteries, old cars. Clean up your property and make money at the same time. Camdenton Recycling Center, 69 Ballpark Road in Camdenton. Online at CamdentonRecycling.com or call for quotes at 573-346-6224.
We're back. Marv Luton and Shane McPherson, again 49 to nothing. The Camdenton Lakers strike again with about 2.5 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter.
Got some games around the area. Lamar, you know, the perennial, they're 51-14 over Rogersville. Webb City, 42-9 over Carl Junction.
And this ball is fielded by Martin at the 5-yard line for the Tigers. A.J. Martin's got a little bit of running room, breaks one tackle, gets out to the 33-yard line before 3 Lakers able to haul him down, but a good return that time by the Waynesville Tigers speedster, A.J. Martin.
West Plains, 35-0 over Hillcrest. Lebanon 22-0 at the end of the 2nd quarter over Kickapoo. Rolla 31-20 over Glendale after the 3rd quarter. Parkview 50, Springfield Central 12 after the half. And that's about all I can get right now on us, on our conference. There's a lot of other scores.
And here's a botched play by the Tigers. The ball snapped to the quarterback. Lewis tried to give it to Martin, who was crossing in front of him, but the ball pops out of Martin's hand. Luckily recovered by the Waynesville Tigers, so that would have been their 6th turnover of this football game.
And a loss of 12?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I think they
incomplete pass.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Shovel pass.
Right, there you go.
I thought that was a direct handoff rather than the shovel pass, but he did shove it forward.
Yes, he did.
So this may be the last play of the game with the handball handed off to Sheen Butler Lawson, and 1, 2, 3 Lakers are on top of him, and they drop Lawson on his back, and that is going to bring up a 4th down for the Waynesville Tigers, and I believe the Tigers are lining up right now to go shake hands with the Camdenton Lakers, and this one is going to come to an end. So it is a 49-0 win for the Camdenton Lakers. This one is in the books. We'll come back and start to wrap it up in a moment.
Oh, yes, a boo. Look at the little puppy. You're so cute. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, boo-boo.
Language spoken only by those who are crazy about their pets.
Jessabu, what have always? Yes, you're the one. You are always the one, the cutest little thing in the whole wide woo.
Bark Street Grooming, located at 1046 Osage Beach Road, has over 27 years experience.
Do you want to go outside? You want to go outside to business? Let's go outside to business.
Bark Street Grooming, where your pooch will always be styled with love.
Clark Tire Company is family-owned since 1949. They started small, but with great work ethics and quality customer service, Clark Tire has expanded over the years. There's 10 retail tire and auto repair stores, 2 auto parts stores, and a distribution center serving Central and North Missouri. Clark Tire carries all the top brands of tires from lawn and garden, passenger, SUV, tractor, ATV, and industrial. And now Clark Tire Company is your Midwest dealer of Yokohama. Clark Tire Company, where you're treated like a neighbor.
Thanks for an amazing day on the lake, man.
Yeah, you bet.
So what made you get a hoist for your boat?
Well, a lot of things, actually. Leaving a boat in the water is the primary cause of hull blisters, for starters.
Yeah, it probably saves you a fortune in scrapping and repainting, eh?
For sure. And a cleaner bottom also reduces drag, enhancing fuel efficiency. Econo Lift Boat Hoist, located at 3847 Old Route 5 in Camdenton. Features all sizes of lifts for all sizes for your boats and personal watercrafts. Check us out online at econolift.com.
Looking for the best burger in town? Then you need to stop by Fire Station Bar and Grill, 146 Illinois Street in Camdenton. Their hand-patted burgers will satisfy any hunger, especially their family firehouse burger. Fire Station Bar and Grill. Great atmosphere, great service, and of course, great food, and a great place to be with friends. Fire Station Bar and Grill. Phone 873-222-22. 873-2222.
Nice burnout, dude! This guy is gonna need new tires. 2 of them, for sure. If he's smart, he'll come see us. After all, we have the biggest selection of quality tires for any vehicle at ridiculous prices.
Precision Auto and Tire Services, located at 1024 Industrial Drive in Osage Beach, is having an overstock sale on Bridgestone and Firestone tires. This is a blowout event that you won't want to miss. Precision Tire and Auto of Osage Beach. Customer satisfaction is their goal.
For the V, Lakeway VFW Post 3168 on the South Outer Road at exit 150 off I-44. A proud supporter of the Lakeway area and the Lakeway youth. The Post is open 7 days a week. Not only will you meet your friends for some refreshments and catching up on the day's activities, there's karaoke, selected nights for bingo, and don't forget their free senior citizens dinner at 12 noon the last Friday of every month. Check out sports on the several TVs. Every day is a good day at the V. Lakeway VFW Post 3168, exit 150 off I-44 on the South Outer Road.
At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge in St. Robert, we're here to serve you with outstanding sales and service. Whatever your preference, Chrysler Jeep Dodge, along with access to Ford and Chevrolet, all under one roof. At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, you'll also find the area's largest stock of used vehicles with over 300 to choose from, all clearly marked on windshields and online. See for yourself with a visit to Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 909 Missouri Avenue, St. Robert, or online at lindsay-chrysler.com.
We're back here, Marv Luton, along with Shane McPherson, and week 1 is in the books.
Yes, it is.
And it wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't. I won't go with it. Well, I will go with the second half stats. We had running wise, we ran it 3 times for negative 11 yards. We were 2 for 8 on the pass for 12 yards. Camdenton ran it 1 time. That was a quarterback gotten flushed for 1 for 10 yards. They ran it 9, or they passed it 9 for 16 for 85. Camdenton had 314 total. We had 62 total. They had Sheen for negative 3 yards on about 12, 14 carries. We're going to have to find a way. We've got to get a way that we can sustain some blocks on the offensive side, try to keep the defense off the field. But let's give Camdenton their due. They were awful tough tonight, and they were pretty efficient in what they did, and that makes a big difference. So, Camdenton, I mean, they're always pretty tough, and if you can get them early, you've done a good deal, because getting them late is tough as well. But, we can only get better. We're not going to get worse, but, it's just one of those deals where we have to just rebuild, and it's a new week and a new time, and Kickapoo's not going to be any slouch either. I was surprised to see that Lebanon score, which makes them pretty tough as well. But, of course, then week 3 we've got to go see Lebanon, and they're pretty good as well, too. So it's not going to be easier as we go, so we've got to get better.
We need to find an offense that moves the ball down the field. We saw a little few spurts here and there, but really couldn't sustain anything. And teams that run a spread offense against us.
Well, it was just one of those things, Marv. You and I knew when we came out here and watched them, practicing and stuff, and then we went to that jamboree, we knew that everybody in the conference is going to key on one of the best backs in the conference. But if we can't get him some space, that's going to be a deal. And if we can't get him some space, we're going to struggle a little bit. I mean, Aaron does the best that he can back there, but if he's not going to get a whole lot of time, that's going to be a problem. And defensively, when you have your team out on the field for a good portion of the first and the second half, it's going to be tough to really be able to stop anybody. So I think we just put this one in the books and go to work back on Monday and see what happens against Kickapoo next week.
And that's where we'll be next week. The Kickapoo Chiefs and the Waynesville Tigers will be there for that. Thank you for joining us for Tiger football tonight, 49-0. The Camdenton Lakers take care of the Waynesville Tigers, and we will see you next Friday night. Do want to remind you, coming up next week on 102.3 FM, we've got some Frisco League softball coming your way on Monday and Tuesday. Next Friday, Frisco League softball will be on 97.9, so we can bring you the Tigers and the Kickapoo Chiefs from the Queen City. For my partner, Shane McPherson, our engineer, back at the studio, Chuckster, I'm Marv Luton. Have yourself a great evening.
You've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Football. Our game has been brought to you by Air Serve Heating and Air, Arby's of St. Robert, B&B Theater in Waynesville, TC Towing of Waynesville, Balfour Beatty Communities of Fort Wood, Columbia College, King Auto Glass, Lindsay Chrysler Dodge, Ram Jeep of St. Robert, Park University of Fort Leonard Wood, Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville, Mailbox of St. Robert, Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, the Sellers Sexton Auto Group, Shelter Insurance Agents, Mike Anthony of Waynesville and Dave Holland in Richland, VFW Post 3168, Team Ellison Remax Professional Realty, the Bank of Crocker, Clayton Homes of Lebanon, Lynch's Furniture of St. Robert, the Mary's County Bank, St. Robert Auto Supply, and the Waynesville Medical Plaza. That's it for this evening. Have a great night.